What's up, Level Uppers? Welcome to the Level Up Show, episode 219. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm one of your co-hosts, Andrew. I make the show Midori. Mike is on his way here. He's stuck in a little bit of traffic, but he should be here very soon. But in the meantime, we got somebody to fill in for him for now and the entire show. We got a very special guest, Meepo, here joining us through Discord. Meepo, how you doing, man?
I'm doing really good.
I can't believe that
we just got a raid, not a raid, a sub.
Already.
Somebody just interrupted you with an amazing sub.
Bowser love, the plus than two
Bowser
Bowser love.
The Bowser.
The Bowser's here. Another great streamer, actually. He's also somebody we've rated in the past. I think is he somebody that frequents you as well, Meepo? Bowser?
He is one of my real life best friends, and he was a mod for my channel when I got going, and he recently started streaming.
That's really cool, and I was happy to rate him. Oh man, the subs are coming in right now. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to take a little breather here. Let these subs come in. Interrupted again. 27 months from Guitar Freak, and we got Bowser now at 4 months resubscribed. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. The prize wheel is, of course, active throughout the entirety of the show, and anything worth $5 more will get you a spin of the prize wheel. We did add one slice onto the wheel, courtesy of Meepo tonight. I was so happy he told me this like literally 5 minutes before we joined each other on Discord. There's another sub right there too. That one from Derek. I'm just gonna wait for this.
Not a bribe.
All right, there we go. Oh man, the audio hooks. They're going nuts right now. Thank you so much, guys. But Meepo was like, you know what? I've got Marmite, Bean Boozled, and Dorian Wafer if you want to add it on the prize wheel. Thing is, we have Vegemite, so when we get Vegemite, you'll do Marmite. We got Bean Boozled, so we can all do Bean Boozled together. We do not have Dorian Wafer, but we do have Dorian Moki or Maki, however you say it. I don't know if you saw Mike do this during his 8-hour marathon. Did you see that, Meepo?
I was the person that caused it, actually.
Are you serious? That looked brutal.
A little bad.
It looked brutal. I told him I would do it no matter what tonight. So, I'm a little worried about it because he looked like he actually might have thrown up doing that.
Yeah, he looked like he wasn't feeling the absolute best, but
yeah, the Dorian in combination with that kind of, it looks jelly sort of a texture that it would have. Yeah, I don't know how. I might have to go get a bag before I grab that one myself. But how are you doing, Meepo? How's everything going for you? How's your week?
Man, it's been really good. Work has been really busy, but I've been spending a lot of time watching a lot of cool people, and it's just been good. And the weather's been really, really nice, which is awesome.
Where are you from again, Meepo?
I live in Wisconsin,
okay.
Kind of on the western side of Wisconsin, and we've had like 85 to 90 degree weather the past week, and it's been awesome.
Mike just texted me. He said, I didn't get to leave yet. Can I video call in a bit? At this point, I'd get there crazy late. Wow. Okay, so you might be my co-host tonight, pretty much, Meepo.
I will put on my big boy britches and do my best.
You are taking over the show. Mike's gonna find out next week that you're sitting in his seat. You're just gonna come here from Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'll fly over.
If you could video call in, we might be able to do that. We might be able to make it work. Let's see here. I'll keep your video up because Mike, I won't be able to do dual video, I don't think. We could give it a shot though. Let's see. Let's try and add Mike into the call here. See if we can make it happen. Let's see. Add friends to DM. I guess I have to send you a friend request before I can do that. Supposedly. That's what it just said. So I just sent you a friend request on Discord. We're going to do this like Ninja Drake style, where we're just figuring it out live. Let me know if you got that. Thanks so much, Flamaniac.
From 1 year.
He's at 3 months from 1 year, 9 months resub now through Twitch Prime. Appreciate that so much. Of course, if you guys don't know, Twitch Prime is amazing. You guys can sub to our channel for free manually each month through Twitch Prime, which is through Amazon Prime. And best yet, you still get a prize wheel spin. Even if you Twitch Prime, doesn't matter. It's still $5 technically on your end that is going our way. So we appreciate that so much, and you'll still get that wheel spin. I see you look up at your monitors, Meepo. You've got yours above you.
It's working.
Yeah, see, I just did that same thing. I just got a new birthday present, courtesy of Kristen. I got the arms, like the monitor arms that you can twist and bend and pivot in all different ways. So I'm now using one of my game stream monitors and rotating it around above the TV up there, and that's where I'm going to keep my chat from now on. So if you guys see me looking up, unlike I usually do, it's because I actually have a monitor up there now, similar to what Meepo's doing. All right, I saw you
Yeah, I got a
accepted the
big
friend
TV
request.
on the wall that I use for all of my Twitch stuff.
Okay. Let's see. Mike, adding him to the call, trying at least. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let me see here. I'm just gonna. Can I like focus on you? Yes. Let's just focus on you. Keep you full screen. That way we've got somebody filling the camera window, and we'll see if Mike comes in. Hopefully he has a decent connection where he's from, because I'll tell you right now, if he's got like a sound of a car in the background, he's gone. He's gone. Nepo's the co-host tonight. I don't know. Let's see. Nah, he just left. Son of a bitch. All right, well, let me just let him know. Tried calling. Didn't go through. Well, we're off to a good start.
You'll just have to do like goofy things where you reach over and like pat me on the head. You know?
I can do that.
That would be good.
You're a little far right now. I'm gonna have to go centered. I'm gonna have to center it tonight, since Mike is not gonna be here. Probably. I'm gonna take a guess right now. I'm gonna say he just doesn't come at this point. I feel like he's gonna be so late that it's just not gonna be worth it to him. All right. Because he has to drop his daughter off. I assume that's what happened. He drops his daughter off on certain weekends. And it's ways away. He has to drive like an hour and a half, sometimes more. And the weather's terrible right now here in Jersey. So he's probably, I don't know if he's just not wanting to drive in the rain, or if he hit traffic, or if he just hasn't left yet.
Kick
But
his ass, Seabass!
Rick said, good shirt, Andrew. Yes, this is a shirt that I never wore, I don't think, on stream, but I should have. My mom got this for me for my birthday, I think my 29th, and it's very simple. It just says, be yourself unless you can be Batman. And in that case, be Batman. Always be Batman. All right. Meeple, let's go back to you for a second here. What have you been playing? Is it all Fortnite all the time?
I've actually been trying to get away from Fortnite a little bit and expand out. So I actually just redid my schedule, and I'm doing like kind of half the stream is like a multiplayer game, and that might be Fortnite. It might be Overwatch or PUBG.
Cool.
And then the second half, I've actually been doing a playthrough of Witcher 3, and
Nice.
I've really been enjoying that, and that's been really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I started Witcher 3 way back when it first came out. I think I got about 12 hours in. I've said this many times on stream. And it just, at the time, it wasn't the right game for me to play, because that was before I was doing the 3 days a week of streaming. I could barely find any time to play games. I probably played a couple hours of games a week, honestly. Like, that's all I would play back then, because I was so busy creating the show and all of that I didn't have any time at all. And it's just like, I would have rather have played shorter things at that time. So I was doing a lot of short indie stuff. I was doing, 10-hour single player stuff. That is what I could fit in. And Witcher is this massive. I mean, how many hours have you put in so far?
Well, I think I'm like maybe like 12 hours in, and that's the exact same reason why I actually didn't get into playing it. Is I was always like, boy, I don't know if I want to dedicate that much time to a game.
Right.
But it just kind of like felt right now. And I've been enjoying it, so that's been really good. I've been bummed all week, though, watching everyone play Detroit, and I don't have a PlayStation, and I was like, oh, it looks so good.
Yes, we'll talk about Detroit tonight as a news story, and also what I've been playing. Actually, I'll get into that right now. I'm probably about, I want to say 8 to 9 hours into the game, and from what I hear, it's about 10 to 12, depending. Okay. You can miss entire scenes based on how you're playing, so you can get a pretty short playthrough. I think even sub 9, maybe like 8 hours, because, for instance, it's not really much of a spoiler to say, but I was playing as one of the characters, Marcus, and he is the resistance leader in the game, I guess you could say, and he's trying to steal androids, and blue blood is what it's called. It's like a synthetic blood in the game for the androids. But you can either go through this thing and get caught and fail it immediately within minutes, or you can steal blue blood, you can steal androids, you can steal a whole truck, you can kill a security guard, you can knock out a couple other security guards. So it can go from 2 minutes to 30 minutes, just based off of one decision. Literally one decision at the beginning could change that for you. So that is how the playthrough and the length of it can really vary from player to player. For me, that was the one scene I've been trying to stick to. This is my story. Whatever happens, happens. That's how I usually play these games, because choose your own adventure. I feel like that's kind of the point, right? You're supposed to have that first playthrough be, this is it, like if you make a mistake, if somebody dies, yeah, and you're supposed to feel that risk reward. You're supposed to feel the tension of somebody could die right now, and if it does happen, there's nothing I can do about it. Mike, on the other hand, he's like, if somebody dies, he's like, no, I'm rewinding, I'm doing it again because I'm not going to miss all that story content for a character. I'm not going to do that, but I'll admit, this is the one scene where I was like, this was a bad chapter as a result of this. It was a poorly paced chapter. It was an unsatisfying chapter because I didn't get to do anything. And so I was like, guys, for the people I'm streaming to, I feel like you want to see what would have happened if I at least went 5 minutes further as opposed to 2 minutes into the chapter. So that was the one chapter I redid. And I'm going to try my very best not to do any others. But it really is amazing. I hope you haven't watched too much of it, Meepo, because it's got a really well done story, actually better than I was ever expecting it to have, considering Beyond, I thought, was lackluster when it comes to the storytelling. This one is more like Heavy Rain, the first game that David Cage and Quantic Dream released on the PS3. That was a really solid game that kind of brought them into the spotlight, even though it wasn't their first game. It was the one that put them in the spotlight. This feels like Heavy Rain again, and I'm loving it. I really am. I think it's going to be one of my favorite games of this year, actually, by the end of it. I think it could be like a Game of the Year contender. That's how much I'm liking it. So you should get. You don't have a PS4 though. I just remembered.
I don't. I have. See, I was actually telling Mike this the other day. I have an Xbox One, and I think the last time I played a game on it was 2 years ago, and the last time I bought a game on it was like 3 years ago. So like I don't even use it.
Wow.
And every time there's something that comes, God of War and Detroit and Last of Us and all these games, I'm like, they look really cool. But I like have gotten into doing the PC thing, and like that's just been my jam. But I always feel like I'm missing out on some really good stuff. But
well, moving forward, I mean, if Xbox continues to do what they're doing, all you need is a PC. You don't need an Xbox anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you kind of disappointed when that happened? Because you had the Xbox, and I assume at that point you probably had the gaming PC as well. And then they announced, oh, guys, everything that releases on Xbox is going to release on PC.
I was actually pretty happy about it because like I actually only bought the Xbox One because I had an Xbox 360. I loved it, but then I later got into PC gaming. But I bought the Xbox One actually when Lindsay and I started dating because she liked to play Call of Duty. And so I bought it so we could play Call of Duty together. But then that Christmas, like after we started dating, I built her a computer, and then neither of us went back to playing it.
Yeah, what is the last game that you did play on it? I'm curious.
Boy, actually, I think it was Call of Duty. I bought Final Fantasy 15, and I was like, nope, the frame rate just destroyed me. So I waited till it came out on PC and then played it. I don't really. I think I bought stuff when I bought the console, and that was it.
Wow. So is that like your biggest regret of this generation, you would say?
Probably. That being said, though, I've played Gears of War on my PC. I played Sea of Thieves on my PC. I played Quantum Break on my PC. So I played a lot of those exclusives on my computer, and I enjoyed them. Yeah. But I don't get any use out of it. I literally watch Twitch on it. That's what I use it for.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, you can sell it, right?
I probably could. I thought about even like, I was like, maybe I could go trade it in for like a PlayStation Pro. Like, that sounds cool. Yeah. So I might look into doing that at some point. We'll see.
Maybe wait for E3. That's like the thing that might change it all, right?
That could.
They could announce a lot of cool stuff at E3.
Yeah, they could. And yeah, we'll just kind of wait and see. I'm kind of interested to see if E3 brings out some stuff about like the future of PlayStation, because I'd hate to jump in and then they'd be like, hey, here's a new thing. Right.
We're going to get into that later on. I think there is a very, very small chance. We'll talk about during our E3 predictions, because that is the topic of the night. Thank you so much for another sub. That one came in from Outlaw. Appreciate that so much. We got a lot of wheel spins we're going to have to do. As I said, guys, Meepo is on the wheel spins as well tonight. Bean Boozled, Vegemite Marmites, and Dorian Wafer is the one that Meepo added himself, told me to add, which I just don't understand why you would want to put yourself through that. But and I just remember Mike can't give me the Dorian Moki anymore. I guess it's just gonna be you. We're gonna have to watch your.
Yeah, I'll just have to do the Dorian Wafer for both of them.
Yeah, I guess so. That I honestly almost wanted to try it out, just to see if it really is that bad.
I kind of want to try it too. I actually was like, I've recently been doing stuff where like I was eating Marmite and stuff, and yeah. I'm switching over to like a heat meter, which is going to be horrible. So I'm going to have like just a bunch of different peppers and eat hot pigs.
Oh my God.
We'll see if I can even last
a week. What are you doing,
man? We'll see.
What are you doing to yourself? You're going even further than we went, man. I feel like you saw us and then you just took it way too far.
I don't know. We'll just see it. If I die the first day, we'll just know we can never do that again.
Oh, man. Oh, I didn't realize Outlaw Official is a sub courtesy of Bowser's, which has happened. Bowser just gifted 2 subs, one to Outlaw Official and one to I'm Ait. That is 2 members now added to the +1 posse. Thank you so much. Anybody who subs tonight or gets gifted a sub is now a member of the +1 posse, and we love you guys. You'll be getting your wheel spins. We have 3 or 4 dedicated wheel spin segments throughout the night to keep it tight. Keep it tight. All right, let's see. Anything else we can go through here before we get into the crux of the show? I don't think so. Since Mike's not here, I guess we can move on. We, of course, I think you know how the show works for the most part, right, Meepo?
Yeah.
When it comes to, and you have the agenda.
I've done around. Yep, I got it pulled up right here.
Awesome. Perfect. All right, so we're going to get into the official non-gaming portion of the show. It's called the Level Up Show Has No Game, guys. And it's 3 non-gaming topics at 2 minutes each. Are you ready, Meepo?
I am.
Let's do it. First up, it has no game. There is a Sonic the Hedgehog movie coming, and we have talked about this on the show before, but I honestly didn't know if they were going to go like full live action or if they were going to do the live action mixed with the CGI. One thing we do know now is that an actor has been cast, and I don't think it's necessarily as Sonic. It could be, but James Marsden is now a part of the cast. Do you know who James Marsden is, Meepo?
I do. The Cyclops.
The Cyclops, yes, the Cyclops. That's how we refer to him here. But he also is part of Westworld. That's a great show he's in right now. You watch Westworld, Meepo?
No.
That's one I think everybody should keep an eye on. That's a really great show. And he's got some comedic flair to him, actually. Something that I don't think all people know, because they saw him in X-Men, and he was a pretty... he had his, his little comedy parts, but for the most part, he was a serious character in the X-Men series. But then you can see something like Enchanted, for instance, and he surprisingly has comedic chops. So I'm wondering where they're going with this film. Do you think they're going to almost make this satirical, where it's like totally tongue-in-cheek?
I don't think so. I think it's, I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be kind of like most of the Sonic properties recently, with the exception of like some of the gaming like 2D stuff. I think they're going to try and go super serious and make a really serious thing with it. And then it's going to, I don't think it's going to be great, but.
Yeah, that's my concern. I mean, it shouldn't be. I mean, you could do it right in a serious way, but I think they have a better shot at this being successful if they just go totally ham, like in the opposite direction. Like
if they make it goofy, I think that it could be really, really good.
Yeah,
if it's very self-aware.
Exactly. If it pokes fun at itself, if it's almost self-deprecating, because I feel like that's almost the way to go with this, considering the Sonic series, for the most part, in the last decade, has been not the best. It's had a few standout titles. Sonic, I can't remember the one that came out recently. That was actually Maniac. That was a solid one, at least according to Mike. So they've come back a little bit, but it still would be cool if they went the self-deprecating way. Next up, some pretty cool news. Spawn is coming. Todd McFarlane is writing the movie, and Jamie Foxx has been cast as Spawn. Which is, I think, a pretty good choice. A lot of people are saying he's too old. He's 50 years old. The guy does not look 50. I'll say that right now. I think the guy looks like he could be 40. I don't know. What you like a fan of Spawn at all, Meepo?
Honestly, I don't have a lot of experience with it outside of playing games. Like I know the history of the character and stuff. I think that Jamie Foxx would be okay as that character, to be honest. Like,
I mean, he might be all scarred up anyway. I don't know Spawn that well either. I have seen the 1997 movie that's on screen right now with John Leguizamo and Martin Sheen. And, I mean, I think in the comics as well, he's all scarred up under that mask. So, I mean, what does it matter anyway? He's not going to be recognizable, I don't think.
I think you got the voice, and that's the thing.
And you got the star power. You've got Jamie Foxx as somebody you can put on the poster and on the trailers. That being said, everything that I've heard about this movie is that Spawn is barely going to be in it, which is kind of bizarre. But Todd McFarlane, who's writing it, said, kind of as a part of the budgetary limitations, that it's going to be more of a detective story about, I'm trying to remember the name of the detective. I'm drawing a blank right now. It's a story about him. Spawn is just this mysterious figure that's in the background of the movie, and you might see him a few times here and there, but he is very much in the background of this investigation story, this detective story. So I wonder if that's why they were able to get away with this, because it has a very low budget, and Jamie Foxx is not a small actor. So I hope they're not just blowing all their budget just on trying to get Jamie Foxx for this small part that he's going to have in this thing.
And they're probably trying to set up a franchise.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Todd McFarlane, I believe, was the one who wrote the HBO animated series, and that was actually great. So there is potential for Spawn to be good. A lot of people are saying it's edgy and dumb. You're right, it can be. It was a part of that 90s edge. But I think the HBO series proves that it has potential, and hopefully they're able to tap into that. And finally, Woody Harrelson has been rumored to be a part of Venom for quite a long time now. And he was, I think, supposed to originally be in the first Venom movie, the one that we have on screen right now with Tom Hardy, of course, coming out later this year. But then the rumors were that he was cut from this movie. Now we're finding out that he is still a part of the franchise, but he's going to be a major player and probably a big villain in Venom 2. And I mean, I think it's leading everybody to believe this is the guy that's going to be playing Carnage, which I think would be an awesome choice. I think Woody Harrelson is a great choice for Carnage. I'm trying to think his name, Cletus, right? I think Cletus is his name as far as the character goes. But I think he was supposed to be like an end of credits or maybe like very end of movie reveal. And they decided maybe to just save it for the sequel entirely. And I think I have a quote here. Let me read it off. He said, "I'm in a little fraction of this movie," so maybe he is in it, "but I'll be in the next one, you know," Harrelson said. "So I haven't read that script, but anyways, I just rolled the dice." He said he couldn't confirm who he was playing in Venom, saying, quote, "I thought it was under wraps that I'm even in this movie." So he is a little thrown off himself, I think. And as he said, he just kind of rolled the dice. He's like, okay, you know, I don't really know what this role is going to be. I haven't read a script, but maybe he knows the character. Maybe he knows Carnage and realized that it is a really a pivotal character in Venom. And visually especially is going to be pretty spectacular if they can nail it.
Well, and I think if you get asked to be in a superhero movie these days, you just go yes, and
right?
You make money. Like, I mean, it's just they print.
Right,
money,
it's
so.
rare that you are Michael B. Jordan and you get cast as the Human Torch in Fantastic Four, and it turns out to be a complete bomb. Fortunately, he was able to recover in a huge way with Killmonger in Black Panther. But have you seen the Fantastic Four, the most recent one?
I didn't see that one, mainly from like word of mouth saying,
oh my God,
it's not good.
Yeah, man. It's almost worth watching for how bad it is. Honestly, it's almost worth watching just to see that. But I would say just like 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes is all you need to experience to figure out just how awful it is, and don't put yourself through any more torture than you have to. It's really one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of movies. I've seen a lot of movies, and I've seen a lot of like terrible comedies. Like, for instance, Chairman of the Board with Carrot Top. That is a god-awful movie. Clearly worse than Fantastic Four. But the thing is, Fantastic Four was this big budget film with a lot of good people behind it. Josh Trank, who came from Chronicle, which was actually a pretty good movie, and a lot of great actors. Miles Teller was amazing in Whiplash. Michael B. Jordan, we've seen now how great Michael B. Jordan can be. What went wrong? That is a god-awful movie considering the talent that was behind it. That's what makes Fantastic Four even worse to me than Chairman of the Board.
Well, and considering too, it was kind of like a soft reboot of the franchise from the first two that weren't super well received, you know. And even in there, you had some star power, but it just wasn't done all that well. And and then they come out with something that just totally bombs, and everyone pans it, and like the actors are like, I don't want to be.
I think it has like 7%, 7% or something like on Rotten Tomatoes. Even the previous ones, like Raz the Silver Surfer and the Tim Story Fantastic Four films that came before that with Chris Evans, they were not great. But at least there was some fun to be had. They had some entertaining moments. Chris Evans especially was entertaining in those. He's always entertaining. You can't really go wrong with him. And he came out and really gave it his all. Even though maybe the script wasn't the best and all of that, it felt like everybody involved was at least trying. And that's what I can say about those films, at least. They're not near as bad as the new Fantastic Four.
Looks like a 9% on
9%. Oh my God. Bad. I wonder if that's the lowest of the superhero films.
I bet you, without looking, I bet you Elektra is lower.
Really? Look it up. Could you look it up? Elektra was bad. I'm curious now. I'm very curious. I can't believe Antera in the chat said Chairman of the Board was a dope movie. I pray to God that you're being sarcastic, Vantera. I pray to God.
So it was close, but Elektra has a 10%.
Yes.
Fantastic Four's 9.
Oh man, it's even worse than Elektra. What does that tell you, man? Yeah. It's bad.
That movie was bad.
It was bad. Daredevil is a little bit underrated. I think, in some ways.
I actually enjoyed that one.
Especially the director's cut.
There's issues in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's issues in that movie, but I remember and that was obviously years ago and stuff, and when the superhero movies were starting, but I didn't walk away from that movie being like, that was awful.
Yeah.
So that's why when I came into Elektra, I was like, this is going to be great. And I did walk away going, that was awful. Yeah. It was really bad.
We got another one to look up. Could you look up Catwoman with Halle Berry? Because that is so bad it's good in some ways. Like that basketball scene where she's like doing all the moves and backflipping and shit. Oh man, it's cringy. It's so bad.
That's a solid 9% as well.
Wow,
no,
man.
So here's the tiebreaker though. Let's see. So that's the tomato meter.
What's the average rating?
Fantastic Four audience score is 18%.
Okay.
Elektra is actually 29%, and Catwoman is 18%. So Catwoman and Fantastic Four are tied. It's being equally awful.
Okay, so the final metric that might break this. What is the average rating on Catwoman and Fantastic Four? Average rating is typically right below the tomato meter.
Catwoman is 3.1 and Fantastic Four is 3.5.
Ah, Catwoman is worse. Catwoman wins as the worst superhero movie of all time, at least as far as I know. 3.1. Holy shit.
That's pretty bad.
Man. Yeah. Have you seen Catwoman though? Like that's kind of worth watching, honestly.
I have seen it. I honestly couldn't even really recall much about it because it was one of those like you just put it on and go, yeah, it's bad, and go kind of do something else.
Vantera is saying some crazy things tonight. He said Catwoman was just put under the wrong category. I watched it for the boobs.
I mean, that might be true.
Yeah. 3.1. That was all because of the boobs, I think, on that one. 3.1 boobs out of 10. All right. And that is the Has No Game portion of the show, guys. We have another thing we need to announce tonight, a new feature, a new program, whatever you want to call it, as a part of the Level Up Network. I talked about this when did I talk about this? Might have been during one of maybe last week's show. Yeah, it was last week's show. I announced that we were going to start this, and we have officially done it now, and it's a part of the command in the chat. It is Streamer of the Month, and we're going to be doing this every month moving forward, hopefully, as long as you guys apply for it. So if you put an exclamation point SOTM in the chat, you will see who the Streamer of the Month is no matter when you put it in there. And I'll tell you right now, it is the 9 Fox this month. Derek, he's our longest subscriber of all time. He just put it in himself. There you go. Check out our Streamer of the Month, 9 Fox, at twitch.tv/9Fox. Support those that support us, and he certainly is one of those. We'll talk about, though, he is putting in the work, man. The guy streams every day from what I can tell. I see him going live every morning, posting in our self-promo channel, and rating us, supporting us whenever he can, and I feel like we haven't done enough to support him. And that's why, even though we haven't started applications yet, I felt like for this first month, I wanted to choose who the Streamer of the Month was, and it is the 9 Fox. So when you are a Streamer of the Month, you get that command in the chat. You get a panel on our profile, our Twitch profile for the entire month. You get that shout out on Discord, of course, when we first announce it. And also during the show, you might see on the side banner during full video segments that it actually advertises the Streamer of the Month as well. So anything we can do to support that person for a month. If you would like a shot at being Streamer of the Month, it is a Streamlabs redemption. It is worth 500 XP. You need to have at least 100 followers, and you need to stream at least 10 days a month. The only reason we have those limitations is because we want to make sure the person that we choose for Streamer of the Month is somebody that's serious about streaming. We don't want to have somebody that's streaming once a month, twice a month, that really isn't going to take advantage of that shout out. And that's the only reason we have that limitation. And the final limitation, and this is going to be for us to decide, is you have to be an active member of our community. If it's somebody who just stops in for the first time and applies, we're probably going to choose somebody that has been an active member of our community before that person. That being said, if the person gets rejected, we will refund you your XP, of course. You're not going to lose the 500 XP. We'll refund that to you and all of that. So that is Streamer of the Month. Make sure you guys apply. You can go to streamlabs.com/levelupshow. You'll find the redemption there. And all you really have to do is put in your Twitch ID. We'll look up your followers. We'll look up your schedule and all that, and make sure that you fill those requirements before we choose you. All right. Let's see. And we now get to move on to wheel spins, Meepo. It's time, man. Hopefully we get some things that you can be a part of. Let's see here. All right. Let me head over to the wheel spins here. First up, we got so many. Holy crap. There was a lot that came in at the beginning of the show. I got to find who was first. So first was you, Meepo, because you... Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was before. Tobes was first. He resubbed for 33 months. Tobes is first with the resub. So let's do that right now. 33 months. It's another long time supporter. Thank you so much.
While.
That is a long time. We love Tobes. Tobes is the originator of the Less Than 2, if you didn't know.
I think I was in like Discord or something the one day when that all went down, and it was pretty funny.
25 XP to the spinner. I wonder if Kelly is here. I'm not sure she is. I know she is typically on the show as well, but she's having a lot of tooth pain right now. She's getting her wisdom teeth out next week, so that's why she's not on audio tonight. I'm going to give myself. I'm going to give 25 to Tobes. Let us know if you're in the chat, Kelly, because I'll leave that up to you moving forward. I'm not sure if she's still here. Way to go, Tobes. 25 XP to you, sir. That we were like just barely a couple millimeters away from Vegemite there. Just barely. Vegemite and Marmite are pretty much the same, right, Meepo?
I have not had Vegemite.
Okay.
I was actually having that conversation today with some people, and I've heard some people today say they think Marmite tastes worse.
Oh no!
But I don't have any way to really compare that at this point. So this is all I've ever tried, and it is bad.
Might as well add another spin to the count.
Actually.
I might have to try that out then. I'm curious to see if it's actually worse. And Kiko is now another part of the prize pool segment because he just resubbed for Twitch Prime 17 months in a row. Thanks so much, Kiko. Appreciate that so much. Level Up NC says I prefer Marmite myself. Interesting. I don't know how anybody could just prefer one of them. They're both awful.
There's a couple of UK people that I know on Twitch, and they're like, "Oh, I love it. I eat it every morning." I'm like, "You are crazy.
You're a maniac." That one was for Bowser there. I'll be doing Old Man Andrew during one of the stories tonight. Thank you so much, Bowser, for the resub. And this one now goes to Guitar Freak 12345 with the resub. This one is for you, sir. Thank you so much for being a part of our community and continuing to support us long term. Ooh, a lip sync challenge. Unfortunately, I'll be doing these solo, I think, tonight because it would be almost impossible for you to get in sync with me across Discord, Meepo.
Yeah, with the latency, it would be pretty tough.
Yeah, that would be really tough. That one was for Guitar Freak. Next up, we got the 9 Fox. He's now up to 44 months. Our longest subscriber of all time. 44 months subscribed.
That's crazy. It's even crazier that you guys have been doing this that long.
Yeah, we've been doing this for 4.5 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is a long time. Video game charades. Derek, whisper us with a video game title or a video game character. I guess I will have to be the one to do video game charades, considering Meepo. I mean, unless you feel like you have the room in that tiny window to try and do video game charades, Meepo.
It might be kind of tough, but...
Yeah, it would be tough. I'll do video game charades. So whisper me, Derek, with a video game title or a video game character, and I'll get it done. Unfortunately, we don't have Mike to hold the free cam, so I'll just have to do it in front of the larger cam. All right, next up, we've got, let's see, Split Maniac. Twitch Prime for 9 months now. Getting pretty close to that 1-year anniversary. Way to go. Bryce. Oh, this is always fun. Let's do this right now. This is called Video Game A to Z. Have you seen us play this, Meepo?
I have, yeah, where you have to like come up with a game name that starts with the letter.
Yes, and we alternate with, so I'll do A, you'll do B, and we'll go back and forth. The person that loses has to do a bean.
Okay.
All right, I'll start. Ace Combat.
Oh my God, I'm already done. Battlefield 1984.
There you go.
1942. Okay.
1984. There you go. Chrono Trigger.
Devil May Cry.
Eve Valkyrie.
FIFA 2018.
Grand Theft Auto.
Horizon Zero.
Eco.
Joust.
What was that called?
Joust.
Oh, Joust. Okay. Kingdom Hearts.
Kill tech.
Oh shit! Hold on. Pause your lives. Pause your lives. We just got staggered.
Ding ding ring. Let's get ready to rumbly, easy, Edie.
Oh my God, this could go on for a while. Okay, thank God. I thought I was going to do all the E's. I came in that stagger for a second there. We will do that stagger. Let's get through video game A to Z first. Thank you so much. Who was that? Who just staggered us? I missed it in the chat. Damn, who was that? Killtacular came in from Baz. You're to the ass with the $33.33. Thank you so much, Baz. We will do that stagger. I just said Kingdom Hearts. That means you're on L.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh wow. Metal Gear Solid.
Oh shoot. I don't know. I don't an N.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think I'm stuck. Well, okay, give me what would you have done for N?
I would have done Neo.
Okay.
Nioh,
I
Neo.
can't think of very many games that start with N.
Yeah, I guess Nino Cooney is another one that just came in the chat. Nino Cooney. I feel like there would be something with like never something. Like I don't know. Yeah, I mean you're right. N is a little bit of a tricky one. Nothing's like not a lot is coming to my head with N.
Yeah, they definitely exist. But
Near,
how many
Near's
games
another
do you
one.
guys eat, by the way?
Just one. Just have to do one. Not gonna treat our guest in a poor way tonight.
All right. Any particular color? Do I just do a random one?
Yes, random is fine. What do we got here? Ooh, we got two. Tell me which two you have. Oh, you're doing both of them? Oh my.
Yeah, well, it's probably booger and probably the cat food dead fish one. It
Awesome.
tastes like cat food.
It does. I agree. It tastes totally like cat food. 100%. All right. Meepo.
It's definitely the cat food.
Savor it.
I can't even taste the other one. That's just it's so
It's pungent.
It's so forceful.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like dead fish is one of the worst ones.
All right, we're good. We got it.
You got it through?
So I bought the Birdie Bots beans and I put them in here too.
What's that?
And so the Birdie Bots every flavored beans. They're made by Jelly Belly as well, but they have like earthworm, earwax, soap.
Ooh.
I don't know. There's a bunch of other bad ones in there, and I mixed them all in here too. And some of those are next level of the. I saw you eat a black pepper one at one point, but
black pepper is rough, dude. Black pepper sucks. And I like black pepper is the weird part. I put so much pepper on my food, like ridiculous amounts of pepper. I hope pepper isn't as terrible for you as salt is, because I put so much, copious amounts.
It's actually healthy.
Okay, good, because I put way too much on. Yeah, that's a messed up one. But I'm gonna have to look for that because I was just in a huge candy store at the shore the other day, and I was looking for the next Bean Boozled. I was hoping they would go to whatever the next tier is gonna be. They're still on 4. I'm like, come on, we need some new flavors, man. Like I've been doing the same flavors for how long now? I'm gonna have to look for this Jelly Belly one then.
Yeah, the Birdie Bots every flavored beans. I got them off Amazon. They're like the box is like super tiny, and they're like so they were kind of overpriced. It was like $6, but I think it only had probably like 30 beans in it or something. But
are they all bad or just some of them?
Some of them are. There's like watermelon. There's like some good flavors and stuff too, but the bad ones are pretty bad.
Yeah, but you probably run out of them pretty quick, huh?
I would assume so. I don't think I've gotten through them all because I have them just all in my one canister. But
right,
yeah, I think you definitely would run out of them pretty quick.
All right, well, let's go through the rest of the wheel spins before we do the epic stagger, courtesy of Baz. Thank you so much, Baz. Let's see. Next up, we've got Bowser again. No, he gifted a sub. This one, the Outlaw, the giftee, gets the wheel spin. So Outlaw official, welcome to the +1 posse, courtesy of Bowser. You get a wheel spin tonight, and it is. What is it? Oh, another lip sync challenge. I'm going to spin again, in all honesty, because I feel like without Mike here, it's going to be not as entertaining to do lip sync challenges. So we'll do another one for Outlaw Official. There we go. What do we got? Mike, costume chest, of course. Spinning again for Outlaw. Son of a bitch, Mike. Why aren't you here, Mike? All right, another wheel spin for Outlaw. This one, oh wow, we could get something small here. No, Bean Boozled. We'll do it together. Let's see. Let's wait and see what else we get, though. I'm alright. Welcome to the +1 posse, courtesy of Bowser. This one is for you, sir. Welcome. And appreciate it again, Bowser. Thank you so much. 10 XP to the spinner. I'll do that one myself, because I don't think Kelly's here. I did not see her in there. Points, add. That was, I'm alright. I'm alright. He's not in the chat anymore, I don't think. All right, hopefully it works. 10. All right, next up we've got Baz with the. No, sorry, I skipped one. Kiko with the 17 months resubscribed. Thank you so much, Kiko. Might as well add another spin to the count, he said.
I see Amide in the chat.
He is. Okay.
Still here.
Did I spell it wrong? I think I did. I spelled it wrong.
It's I.
All right, now I've got a costume chest. I'm going to put something on. All right, I'll try that again. Points. Add I. I'm aight. 10 XP. Where you go? I'm aight.
I have a Spider-Man mask I could put on.
You know what? Yeah, man. Do it. I'll put on something. You can put on something. We got one more spin though. This one for Baz.
I have my pirate wig.
That is the best. Baz with the epic stagger, $33.33. And I'm putting on the porn stash as well, it turns out. All right, so let's get these things on before we do the stagger. That way we look beautiful for it. All right, let me grab something. Let's see, what do I got? Let's see. All right. Considering I got the porn stash, I think I'm going full Dr. Drew tonight. All right, let's get this thing on. Looks like Meepo is also getting himself prepared. Wrong way. There we go. My gorgeous locks. Let's see. I hope Miko comes back in like full drag. Okay. Which mustache? I'm gonna go with this one. Hopefully it sticks. All right. So many wheel spins already. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, come on. Oh, it ripped. There we go. Please stick. Please stick. Okay. How am I going to stick with the stagger tonight? Kelly and Mike aren't here. You know what I'm hoping? Let's see. Rick, are you here? GFN. I believe you still have the ability to give XP. Let's give it a test. Try and give XP to me, Rick, if you're here. Exclamation point, points, add, space, the name of the viewer, space, the number of XP. If that works, then I'm going to rely on you. Fortunately, wait, no, it's to all. You don't even need to worry about the viewer anymore because I made it. Oh my God, he went full Spider-Man. Oh my God.
I'm ready.
Oh my God, I didn't realize you had a full Spider-Man outfit.
Well, I couldn't find the mask, so I figured this was the
Lindsay!
next best thing. Oh yeah, you see her in the background. She's like,
hi,
I
Lindsay.
wanna be on camera.
Come be with us, Lindsay. Join us.
Yeah, I made this costume actually.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to request of you, Meepo, if this is okay, because it looks like Rick isn't here. We're going to be doing a stagger, and I'm going to be spinning the wheel a lot. And you're just going to see numbers flash on the wheel. Could be 10 XP to the entire room, 20 XP to the entire room. I just need you to write down those numbers as they pop up on the prize wheel.
Okay.
And then at the end, we're just going to add up all that XP, and we're going to give it to everybody. All right? I believe in you. Because you're Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility, Meepo. You can do this. All right. I've got to move into my seat, or I'm not going to be able to use my powers.
All right, I will try. These fingers make it hard to type.
Oh no!
My best.
Oh no! You'll do fine. Okay. Okay. Not sure if you've seen any staggers on this show before, but
I actually staggered you guys once.
You did. I remember now. Thank you for doing that.
Of course.
All right, let's do it. Get myself ready here. Oh, shit. All right. It is active. Stagger is active, and it's already coming in. Thank you so much. Wheel spins are starting right now. Or not. It's not working. It's not spinning. There it goes. Holy shit. This is the new Streamlabs wheel, and it's super slow. We might not be able to use this moving forward. Holy shit. This is a Streamlabs wheel that they offer through Streamlabs. It's super slow. Wow. This could take a while. We got 28 XP to the room. Try it again. Oh my god, it's so slow. Oh my god, so many are coming in too. This is ridiculous. Oh no. We're getting, I gotta rewind this like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we can't do this wheel. This wheel is awful. Hold on a sec. I'm pausing the timer because we're gonna switch over to the other wheel. I didn't realize this wheel was gonna be so slow. That's a terrible wheel. All right. Let's see. Let's hide the wheels and turn on the original prize wheel. All right. Let's give it a shot. All right. Oh my god. We've got so many to do, man. This is going to be crazy. Start back up the timer. We got another 1, 2. It's not working. Come on. 3, 4, 5, 6. We got some. We need some music as well. This is really difficult without Mike here and Kelly here. This is not easy. All right, let's go with Born New. That's a good one. All right. Next up, spinning. We got 15 to the room, Meepo.
Got it, boss.
We got 20 to the room, Meepo. We got 1 to the room. We got 20 to the room. This is number 5. We got 6 to the room. We got 22 to the room. We got 17 to the room. We got 4 to the room. 22 to the room. Oh, we got a big one. Is that 500? We got a 500. That's 11 to the room. We got 11 to the room. We got 13 to the room. We got 8 to the room. 7 to the room. 2 to the room.
Jeez, there's a lot of these.
14 to the room. 9 to the room. 12 to the room. 3 to the room. Got 100 HP left before it's done. 10 to the room. Slow is over. We're back to normal timer. It's about to end. One more spin. 8 to the room. Actually, I think there's one more. One more. 5 to the room. Oh, and we got another one from Hetman there at the end. Sorry, Hetman, you were just a little after the timer. Thanks so much for the $5 tip. I'm still going to spin for you, though. And finally...
He makes the show. He makes the show.
1 XP to the room. Holy shit, man. That was a lot. That was a lot.
That was a lot.
Holy shit, man. You guys went nuts.
I found my mask.
You found your mask? Perfect. All right. Man, the stream was chugging, man. There's so much going on. It couldn't keep up. the HP timer was chugging. It was all chugging. But we got it done.
Can you imagine if we still offered?
Where the hell did Mike come from?
Hi, I'm here.
Oh, hi. I see him.
How did he join?
He's in the Discord call.
I guess from earlier when we tried to call him.
Yeah. No, I'm omnipresent. I'm everywhere.
Oh my! It sounded that way. That was very scary.
Can you imagine if we still offered like a podcast? Like that would be the worst. 9 to the room.
I would
12
just
to the
obviously
room.
remove
Just like
that part
over
of the
and
show.
over and over again.
Turn down your mic, Mike.
You turn down your mic.
You're too loud.
You're too loud.
No, I would just remove that part of the show. Wow, look at this. He's full on Spider-Man.
Oh, I'm looking at it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is that better, by the way?
It's a little better. I'd say you can still go a little lower.
Jesus, you're trying to get me off the show completely altogether now.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. We're just letting Meepo replace you moving forward.
I'm actually thinking that would be a much better show.
I can turn you down on my end too if I have to. I think individually.
All right, I'm down at 50%.
All right, lower it. Lower it further. Go down to like 40. You're just too loud, man.
You're too loud.
Loud
like whispering. I'm whispering right now.
Buddy's a beautiful person.
I can't believe that you look like an animated character right now. Like you don't even look real.
All right, what about this? Is this okay to you?
I think you're frozen too.
You're frozen.
No, I'm talking about Meepo. He's not moving anymore.
Oh, he's moving on my end.
Oh, why am I frozen? On my side, I look like I'm moving.
Yeah, he's moving on my end too.
I think I might have fixed it. I might have fixed it. I fixed it. Got it. You're good now. Do a little thwip. There you go. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I think you're okay now. I think you're fine, Mike. Welcome to all the people in the room, by the way. We got 69, I think. 69 people in the room. Welcome.
That's what she said.
Porn stash is going well. Welcome to the 69 people. Appreciate you all being here. Hit that follow button if you were new here at twitch.tv/levelupshow. Turn on notifications. Make sure you get alerts whenever we go live. We're on 5+ days a week with talk shows and variety game streams. And as you just saw, the prize wheel is active. Anything worth $5 more will get you a spin of the prize wheel. That means subbing, resubbing, pledging on Patreon, cheering, tipping, hosting for 10 viewers or more, Twitch Prime, and sub gifting. All included in prize wheel spins. Meepo, are you able to add up the number?
Oh, yeah, I can certainly do that. Give me a
yes,
second.
if you could do that, we'll give all that XP out to the room. It was a lot of XP because there was a lot.
You invite a guest to the show and then ask him to do our accounting? What the shit, man?
Well, considering you're not here, Kelly's not here, Rick's not here, I kind of needed a little bit of help.
I didn't realize Kelly's not here either.
Yeah, Kelly is not feeling well. Her teeth are bothering her.
Gotcha.
That's why she's getting her wisdom teeth out next week, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
669 XP to the entire room.
Where's Rick at?
He was here. I think he might be watching sports, actually.
Sports.
I think he might be watching Sports Ball.
Sports Ball.
Who is Meepo? Don't you mean Spidey? This is true. We're going to have to call you Peter moving forward. Or Spidey. I guess we got to call you Spidey because we don't want to give away your secret identity. Spidey. All right.
Spider flock.
Yes. All right. In the meantime, while Meepo's adding it up, let's do our first giveaway of the night. We're going to be giving away Street Fighter 4 on PS4, courtesy of Farsender. Thank you so much, Farsender. This is one of 2 giveaways that he offered us tonight, which is really cool.
It looks like 247, by the way.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot. Points, add, plus viewers, 247. Way to go, room. I'm taking off this mustache. It's not sticking. You know what? I'm taking off the wig, too. This wig is not comfy.
Kind of bizarre.
It looked kind of awesome, but thank you. All right, so we're going to be doing a giveaway for Street Fighter 4 on PS4.
Oh my god, it was Meepo the whole time.
Anybody can get in on this.
Surprise!
But subs have a little bit higher luck at winning. That's the way it works here. Subs get a little bit higher luck. We'll give 2 minutes on that timer. Just exclamation point raffle if you want to get in on the giveaway. As I said, it's Street Fighter 4 on PS4. All right, guys? All right. And while that is running, let's go to commercial break because I feel like I need a breather, man. This has been a hectic show so far already. In a good way. Hectic in a good way. But we're going to go to commercial break, guys. When we come back, we're going to get into the level updates. We got a lot of cool E3 stuff to talk about before we get into the predictions later on in the show. So hold on tight, Nina Lee. We'll be back in approximately 60 seconds. Welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 219. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you enjoy what we're doing here at any point, please hit that heart button here at twitch.tv/a-level-up-show. Turn on notifications. Make sure you get alerts whenever we go live, because we're on 5 days a week with gaming talk shows and variety game streams. Prize pool is active. We just got a huge stagger and went through a lot of points giveaways. You guys can become a part of the next wheel spin segment with subs, tips, cheers, pledge on Patreon. You could host for 10 viewers or more. You could give a sub away with a sub gift, or you could sub through Twitch Prime. All of those will give you a spin of the prize wheel. And thank you so much to everybody that has supported us already tonight. We're up to 72 people in the room because the E3 hype is real. Every time you put E3 in the title, the numbers go up, man. People get so excited for E3. We're going to be going through leaks tonight, and we're going to be going through our E3 predictions. What's even better, I'll talk about this now, and I'll talk about it later as well. You guys can get in on the E3 predictions as well. I'll put the command in the chat. You guys can use it as well with !E3. That Google form will bring you to our predictions game. We have like 110 different predictions on there. The less likely to occur predictions are worth more points. So you can strategize how you want to choose those 10 predictions based on the points they offer you. And after E3 is all said and done, we'll go through, we'll count up the points based on the predictions that came true, and the players, the top 3 with the most XP, are going to get some prizes. We're going to give a $10 PSN, Xbox Live, Steam, whatever gift card to the number 1, the top predictor, and the number 2 and 3 are going to get some XP as well, which can be used, of course, on Streamlabs Redemptions and get some stuff in that way. So get in on that now. Your deadline will be next Friday, the end of next Friday, because Saturday is the first of the conferences with EA. EA Play is the first one on Saturday. All right. As I said earlier, just in case you guys are just starting to come in, we got special guest Meepo tonight, and we also have Mike, who's not here because he's a bastard, and he's on Discord as well.
What is that? But, you know, I was just going to let you know that I'll be there for Sunday, but for E3. But, you know,
you will.
Fun, so.
Awesome.
No, not now.
Wait, you are or you aren't going to be?
Well, I was going to be, but you're a jerk.
I'm a jerk, okay.
You're mean tonight.
Well, I'm getting used to it anyway. You're not being...
You're angry.
Meepo, will you come down from Wisconsin, please?
My heart.
Yeah, I don't care. Meepo's coming anyway, right? Meepo, you're going to come join me on the show.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a great day.
I'm really excited for it. Yeah, we've got all of our scheduled reactions on our Twitch as well, guys. Just go to the events page and you'll see. We're gonna try and do all of them. I'm even gonna try and do EA by myself. I'm gonna try and time Evie's nap so that she goes down right before EA.
He's going down, big guy.
Yeah, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm going to try and put Evie down for her nap around the right time so that I can at least react to EA, and we'll see what happens. But Sunday, we've got Microsoft, we've got Bethesda, and then Monday is the big one. We've got Ubisoft, we've got Square Enix, we have PC Gamer, and then, of course, the PlayStation at the very end. We will not be doing anything for Nintendo probably because I'll be at work that day. So yep. I won't be able to do anything for Nintendo, that's for sure.
If it's big enough, maybe we could do like a late reaction or something, but
yeah, maybe I just won't watch it at all, and I'll try and stay in the dark on that one, and then we can do a reaction after the fact. All right, but anyway, let's get into the crux of the show, guys. We're gonna do the level update. This is our weekly discussion of the week's biggest gaming industry news. No, stop! Don't do it. Stop it. First up in the level updates, PUBG is doing the unthinkable. I really didn't think they were going to go this far, but they are. They are bringing Epic Games and Fortnite to court for, I guess, copyright infringement. Let's talk about it a little bit further. Rock, Paper, Shotgun writes, a courtroom battle royale, see what they did there, is brewing as PlayerUnknown's Battleground developers PUBG Corp have filed a copyright suit against Fortnite Battle Royale studio Epic Games. The Korea Times reports PUBG Corp claimed that Fortnite Battle Royale violates their copyright. While the finer points of the Korean case have not yet been made public record, this could be the further action contemplated by PUBG Corp's parent company Bluehole last September when they tweeted out that they were considering further action. We all thought they wouldn't do it, but they're doing it. The first warning signs of this upcoming legal battle came last year with Bluehole Vice President Chang Han Kim saying, quote, "After listening to the growing feedback from our community and reviewing the gameplay for ourselves, we are concerned that Fortnite may be replicating the experience for which PUBG is known, specifically that concerns around user interface, gameplay, and structural replication in the Battle Royale mode exist. While we assumed and hoped," this is Rock, Paper, Shotgun saying this here, "at the time that Bluehole were merely posturing, this suit suggests otherwise." We've got the best Fortnite streamer in all of the land on Discord with us tonight. How you feeling about this, Meepo?
I'm not surprised, actually, because I think this has been brewing for a while, and especially considering that Bluehole is owned by Tencent, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Right.
But I think that the only ground that they really have to stand on is the fact that Epic worked with them in licensing the Unreal Engine for their game, and worked with them to make some changes to the engine to make it work better. I think that's the where they'll have to take it. As far as mechanics, I feel like it's kind of like if Halo sued Call of Duty for having a first-person shooter, or like it's.
Yeah.
I feel like it's tough to win a battle on mechanics alone, considering too that the games are very different mechanically. Like
especially now, they have changed a lot since the beginning, and a lot of people are bringing up the fact that PUBG is sort of replicating some things that came before it as well. Do they really have ground to stand on when they have also replicated the mechanics of previous games, previous Battle Royale originators, if you want to call them that? It's just, I feel like this is a really bad move on their part. And I'm seeing it a lot online too, that it's just, they look like bullies now. And like that they can't handle the fact that they are losing. They're still doing great, which is kind of the funny part of it all. They're still doing great, but yeah, they're losing to Fortnite overall. And it's like they can't handle that.
Yeah, and I think that actually Minecraft was before PUBG as far as Battle Royale, and H1Z1 was the big one that PlayerUnknown actually worked on himself.
Right, exactly.
And I think that by doing this, they do look like the bad guy. They do look like a bully, and they're chasing an audience that really isn't their game anyways. Like people who play Fortnite in general are not the same people who want to play a gritty military realistic shooter. So I think that it just sheds a bad light on them. And in the end, when stuff like Call of Duty Battle Royale comes out and potentially Battlefield or even some of the other things, I think that they're going to be in a tough spot.
Yeah, man, for sure. We put a poll in the chat. Whose side are you on? And nobody is voting for PUBG Corp right now. We've got Epic Games with the brunt of the votes, and some people just say neither, probably just don't care about it. Mike, we always thought that they were going to go after just the smaller mobile guys that were clearly copying like 100%. There was some mobile stuff that was a duplicate of PUBG entirely. I can get that, you know, to an extent. I still felt like it was kind of below them. Like, do they really need to worry about this? But I understood it. It's like, yeah, these are true replications.
And you even remember that I even was like on their side a little bit at first. So
right.
Like, yeah, that's a big copy. But then when it became very, very, very obvious to a very, very, very angry and unsympathetic person that it was not any copyright infringement whatsoever, considering the fact that I was able to notice that, what ground do they have to stand on at all whatsoever? Like this is, I can't imagine it's going to get anything less than laughed out of court, just because the judge is probably going to break character and go, what the shit are you talking about?
Break character. He's playing a character.
Playing the character of a judge. Please, you think he's a judge at home? Like, order at the kitchen table.
Yes, I do think that's he brings it home.
I don't think that's how judges act at home. But no, I don't think that they're going to ever take it seriously. I think it's going to be just kind of laughed off, and it's going to be the same thing. I mean, you see this all the time with companies like Samsung and Apple, and then Sony and whoever else. But you see it constantly where they're just kind of bringing it up to see if they have anything to throw around, and maybe they'll be able to put some sort of hurt on them, or even if anything else, bad publicity is good publicity.
Right.
So I think it's goofy. It's stupid. There's no content being infringed upon. There's no ideas being infringed upon. They saw their idea. They had a similar one from it, and I think
if they were going to get away with this, they had to do it like right when Fortnite Battle Royale launched. Even then, it would have been, I think people would have looked at it like, really, PUBG? Like they just started and you're already going after them. Like they didn't have like the popularity that they had now. But at the beginning, it was like, okay, yeah, like it's really very similar besides the fort mechanics and the graphical style. Like you could say, oh, they come down in the same way. It's the same idea. But now it's like, it's so different from PUBG. It's separated itself in so many different ways at this point that I don't see how they could ever win this. And I don't want them to. I feel like it'll set a really bad precedent if PUBG wins this. And it's going to show that publishers can do this, and that is going to be a terrible thing for gamers if publishers can sue each other because, oh, you use this mechanic. It's like, that's the whole point of art in general. That's how art works. You take what came before, you put a twist on it, you put a spin on it, you improve upon it. Like, if that is going to be killed before it can even happen, that is a terrible thing for the gaming community. So I think everybody should hope that this does not go through and that it fails, because it's not good. All right, moving on. Mike, you are the bigger of the Fallout fans here. I don't know about Meepo. You're a Fallout fan. But...
Wait.
Lindsay is playing Fallout right behind me.
Lindsay, get over here.
Wait, Meepo, do you have any interest in Fallout at all whatsoever?
Yeah, I played Fallout 3 a little. I didn't get super into it. I played Fallout 4 a lot.
Okay,
and
so
I enjoyed the games in general.
I played Fallout 4 for about 13 hours and decided I did not like that game.
I think we're on opposite sides of the coin then.
I know, right?
I think Meepo should read this then. Meepo, you read this story. Let's give Mike another one.
Okay. Do you want me to just read like the 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, you can go through the whole thing written by IGN. This is kind of a summary of what we know about Fallout, this new one coming.
Okay. So Fallout 76 is a new game coming out by Bethesda. They announced, and they did a huge teaser trailer. So it says, until it's officially confirmed, we don't know for sure where or when Fallout 76 takes place. We don't even know for sure what kind of game Fallout 76 is, but there have been a few hints in the teaser trailer. A date on the Pip-Boy in the trailer reads 27 October 2102-25. Let's see, years following the Great War. If this is the year most of the game takes place in, that would place Fallout 76 before Fallout 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on that note, I actually had watched some stuff recently indicating that this is potentially the first vault that opens too.
I did see that as well, yeah.
Which is kind of cool. At the end of the trailer, there is a resident of Vault 76 and decorations for an event called Reclamation Day. Vault 76 is one of the 17 known control vaults, aka vaults where they didn't do nasty experiments on the people, mentioned in Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. It has 500 occupants, according to Vault Tech, and yes, that. The song in the trailer is Take Me Home Country Roads, which is pretty interesting, actually. And it's an iconic symbol of West Virginia, which could indicate the game takes place in West Virginia. There's also some reasons, though, why people think that Fallout 76 setting could be much broader, as hinted by Fallout 3. Let me scroll this. And then does Fallout 76 have online gameplay? So rumors have it that Fallout 76 is an online survival RPG similar to DayZ or Rust. This began circulating due to some anonymous sources described on Kotaku. And then Fallout 76 will feature quests, a central story, but the additional survival-based and multiplayer mechanics will be a big part of it. And it's allegedly featuring base building.
Ooh, base building. Interesting. So I'm gonna let you guys handle this one, because I have never played a Fallout game besides New Vegas for like 5 hours when I was Courier Midori. So I really don't know what to feel about this. I'm not sure if I should be excited or not excited. Mike, we'll go to you first, I guess. Like, are you excited for this?
I wouldn't say excited as much as I would say intrigued.
Okay.
It's different. I'm hoping that it definitely has. So there's a lot of people that are being negative, and they kind of add on to this. I was kind of hoping you were going to put it in there, but I don't know if you even saw like all the negativity that Jason Schreier was getting from all of it. Just because it was kind of interesting, because he was I think he was the first, if I remember right, to say anything about this whatsoever. And he said, guys, it's going to be multiplayer centric, and then people like just chastise him. He's like, listen, I'm not trying to be mean. This is
just the messenger. They do that all the time. I feel like this happens all the time with him. He's the messenger, and people go on him. Like, what the hell?
Well, and then it's actually devolved into people saying that they think Bethesda are planting leaks on him to give them false information to make him look bad. That's literally like not even an exaggeration how far people are going with this at this point. It's kind of insane. But I do think it is multiplayer. I do think it's definitely. I don't know if originally I was thinking it might be their take on doing battle royale, but not in the battle royale sense. But I am kind of thinking it's going to be a cross between something old and something new. Something old being Fallout New Vegas, and then something new being Fallout New Vegas plus not battle royale version, but other Fortnite, where you have to build your base and you have to harbor a community and keep people there and happy. Almost actually more like State of Decay, I would say, in a way. Actually, more State of Decay plus New Vegas in a way.
Okay. I mean, Fallout Shelter had some of these ideas as well, right, with the base building and all. So did you play that, Meepo?
I did, yeah. And I think that honestly, if they go that route in a multiplayer way, as long as they don't approach this from like a competitive type of game, but is more of a cooperative experience, I think then it's going to be awesome. If like the idea of going into the wasteland with like some of my buddies, and like you're like, okay, so and so, you run out and you got to go and fight like super mutants, although apparently the timeline doesn't work for that. But anyways, super mutants out in the wasteland and get some stuff. I'm gonna be here, building our water filtration plant, and so does this. That to me sounds really fun and really interesting. If they would try and go like the battle royale mode with it, I would be disappointed with something like that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep an eye on it. I'm a little surprised that
like the battle royale mode.
I'm a little surprised that this is what seems to be their big announcement, this E3, because it's on the side of that hotel that's always, got the three buildings with the sides that get painted, the huge murals. This is the big mural this year. It's Fallout 76. So this has got to be Bethesda's big game at their showcase, and we'll talk about that more during the predictions, but I'm a little surprised by that, actually.
And almost concerned, just because if nothing else, they haven't said anything about it, and there's a lot more negative fervor for it right now than there is positive, it seems.
Right. Yeah.
It looked like, though, in the trailer that it was using a lot of assets from like Fallout 4. And if that's the case, I think that this for Bethesda as a studio is probably more of a filler game. It probably like, not that it's going to be like bad in this way, so don't take this word the wrong way, but it's probably low effort in comparison to some of the other things that they maybe could do, like Elder Scrolls, whatever number they're on, or Fallout 5.
Right.
And I think that they're probably going to do this, and I'm thinking that they're going to do what they did with I think with Fallout 4, where they're like, oh, by the way, this is available like now. And it's going to be like released, and then they'll be like, and here's what we're working on next. And I think they'll show us that.
Right. Scusi says, what about Starfield, Drew? Let's save that for the E3 predictions area. There's a lot of other things Bethesda could do at their conference, and we will definitely get into that. Topic of the week is E3 predictions. But right here, Mike, you are up with another leak, unfortunately. What I consider to be unfortunate. I hate E3 leaks, and we got another big one here for Nintendo. Should I put spoilers on the screen, do you think?
Yeah, put spoilers on the screen, because I know there's quite a few people that don't want to see it.
All right, spoilers for Nintendo's E3 Direct, guys. This is supposedly a full leak of everything we're going to see at Nintendo's E3 Direct. You have your warning.
So when you think they're good?
You're good. I think you should be good.
All right, everybody that's not a snowflake. The rumor for Nintendo's possible E3 lineup has been revealed by a seemingly very credible source. But according to that leak, it looks like the following games will be shown at Nintendo's Direct this year, detailed on a sheet. Those games are as follows: Dragon Ball FighterZ, finally. Fortnite, also finally. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Pretty cool that you're getting a Monster Hunter. Pretty not cool that you're not getting what everybody else got. FIFA 19. Okay. Killer Queen Black. What the hell is that? Starlink. Battle for Atlas. Same. Paladins. Why? Overcooked 2. All right, cool. And Mario Tennis Aces. If you have not tried the demo of that, you are messing up everything in your entire life.
You're so negative, Michael.
Well, no, I'm realistic. So that's what's supposedly coming. So to go through those, like I said, Dragon Ball Fighters and Fortnite, good. It's about time. Dragon Ball Fighters is definitely something that's easy, that should have been ported over to there, right away. Fortnite just makes complete sense, and it's something that's been talked about for a while. I'm interested to see what the Monster Hunter is going to be like.
Right.
I want to know what Killer Queen Black is. Starlink, I have zero interest in. Paladins, I mean, I guess it needs a platform. I know there's people that play it, but who are you? But overall, one thing
I feel like that's why this seems real to me. This is kind of a weird collection of games to have at your E3. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but like, I feel like if anybody were to leak something, like a fake leak, you're going to put like Metroid Prime 4 in there. You're going to put the heavy hitters to get people excited. That's usually the purpose of fake leaks, is to kind of create a wish list and get people overly hyped. Like, this isn't a list that gets people overly hyped. So I feel like this is probably real. But at the same time, this is the 8 games that supposedly are being ordered for like signage or billboards or whatever. This doesn't mean that these are the only games in the Direct.
There are going to be 2 more things that are going to be talked about, at least. One of them is in my predictions, so I'm not going to go into it too much. But this doesn't mean it's everything. The only thing that I'll say is this guy has also leaked many things, including the Fallout 76 info. He was also one of the guys that leaked that as well. So it's definitely coming. But what is nice about this list is that this is, how many games are there? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5,
believe 8.
6, 7, 8, 9. All 9 of these games are not 100% confirmed, but almost 100% confirmed to all be coming in 2018.
I think also it's pretty cool that just looking at this, there's only one first-party game on here, which means there's a lot of third-party support for Nintendo, which there hasn't been in forever.
Yeah, good call on that one. That's 100% true, and that's something we needed to see. And with the Switch, man, I'll tell you right now, I'm loving it, just for the amount of support that we're getting for it.
The people in the poll voted they think it's real for the most part, but I was a little surprised that almost half of you guys think it's fake. I would be almost certain that this is real. Doesn't mean it's all we're going to get, as we said, but I do think that is real. We're going to see those things in the Direct for sure. I'll take off spoilers now. We actually already did. Yeah, that kind of takes away from predictions in a sense, which I always hate. That's what I hate leaks. Meepa, how are you on leaks? Do you think that you'd be better off if nothing ever leaked? Like, what's your feeling on it?
All right, I'm like totally the worst person in the world because I love spoilers. I like to look up every movie before I go.
Really?
Because so I tell Lindsay this, and Lindsay gets so mad. But like, so before I even went and saw Avengers, I looked. I won't spoil anything, but I like to see how everything clicks together as I'm watching the movie. To me, that's more enjoyable than the big reveal. And I know most people get that when they watch it a second time, but I don't normally watch stuff a second time.
I was just about to ask you that too. That's funny.
Huh.
So
interesting.
It doesn't bother me too much, but I know a lot of people get really.
I mean, you're not the only one. There are plenty of people that look up spoilers before they see something or play something. It doesn't make sense to me personally. I definitely takes something away from the experience. It doesn't ruin the experience, that's for sure, but it takes something away. Here's what I'll say about E3 leaks. If it's simply text, like, hey, this thing's going to be there, that's not too bad. If it's an image, okay, maybe I didn't want to see the image. If it's like the full trailer leak, like remember when Last Guardian got leaked entirely with a like early trailer? That sucked, in my opinion. That really sucked. To take that huge reveal away from E3, like a full trailer leaked ahead of time. That I hate. I really don't want to see full trailers leak ahead of E3. Text, just telling me what's going to be there. I can get by that, Some of this stuff I expect to be there anyway. It's not that big a deal, but yeah, the trailers, whew, man, that really takes away from the experience for me. We have another giveaway, but we're gonna do the first giveaway first. Let's see who got it. We're giving away Street Fighter 4 on PS4. This is courtesy of Farsender. Thank you so much again, Farsender, for doing that. And the winner of Street Fighter 4 PS4 is Guitar Freak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guitar Freak, please whisper me with anything. Just let me know that you were the one that won, just so I don't forget, and I will respond to you with the code for that game. Again, that was courtesy of Farsender. I see you're already thanking him. which is awesome. He actually has another one coming on later in the show, but that one might be expired. So we'll talk about that then, but we're still going to try and give it away just in case it does work. So now we're going to do a $5 sub gift giveaway, just in case we don't have all subs in the room right now. We have a lot of subs, but there might be somebody who's not. So we're going to start this for everyone, but please only get in on this raffle if you are a non-sub. We want to bring non-subs into the Plus One posse so they can experience the perks and all that good stuff, and maybe they'll enjoy themselves. All right, so please only get in on this if you are. Meepo just gave one away. Meepo, thank you so much, man. That one went to, who is that? Mayogar? Thank you so much. That's awesome. Well, we're going to open up another sub gift giveaway. There you go, guys. Exclamation point raffle if you want to get in on that. We're going to go to commercial break, and I want to see if I can fix the cameras real quick. I'm going to add this commercial break in, see if we can get this done. So hold on tight. I'm aight. We'll be back in approximately 60 seconds. All right, welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 219. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like what we're doing at any point, please hit that heart button here at twitch.tv/levelupshow. We'll do our best to give you notifications, or to shout you out when we go live. We got CP Jar. We got Storm Touched just followed. We got Bad Watched Bane and Parawen. Thank you so much for all those follows, guys. Really appreciate them. Also, the prize pool is active, guys. Anything worth $5 more will get you a spin. That means subbing, resubbing, pledging on Patreon, sharing, tipping, hosting for 10 viewers or more, sub gifting, Twitch Prime. There's so many ways you guys can get prize pool spins, and we're actually about to do that right now. We got a few wheel spins we got to do. We got to do one.
My brother, by the way.
Oh, nice. All right, let's get to the wheel spins here. I think we have one to do. I believe just one.
That's what the wheel spins sound like.
Yeah, I think Mayogar. I'm not sure how to say that, but whatever.
I just saw this. What is the swear count?
That is if Mike curses. So if he says 2 F-bombs, he has to be electrically shocked. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight, so he'll have to be shocked next time if he does it. But he also is not allowed to say any C word. If he says the C word even once, he's shocked. And if he says the T word, tell me when you hear the T word, Meepo, what do you think that is?
The T word.
Yes.
Tony Hawk Underground is awesome. I don't know.
We are talking about swear words. We're talking about swear words.
I don't know.
All right.
Exactly.
Mike, can you tell me what it is?
Would you be surprised if it was the word titties?
After listening to you for like months and months, that wouldn't surprise me.
It's not that though.
Oh, okay.
Drew, what is it?
This just got awkward. It is twat.
Oh. Wait, I need to hear Mike say it.
Mike, go ahead.
Hold on.
You're allowed one. You're allowed one. You're not allowed two.
No. Does this count at all whatsoever?
Yes, this counts. This is your one. You're allowed 2 twats.
Meepo, we'll have to do it at another time when
okay.
Because I'm not playing into this trap. That's not fair.
I just don't like the word, really, is all it comes down to. Same with the C word. I do not like the C word. They disgust me. So I made the rules because I won the trophy war. That's where that came from. So he's not allowed to say the C word. And he's not allowed to say the T word. And he's not allowed to do F-bombs. Everything else is fair game. All right. Well, anyway, we're going to spin.
Pansy.
This one's from Mayogar. Welcome to the Plus One Posse. That one is courtesy of Meepo, who gifted that sub. Thank you so much again, Meepo. And what does it say? What does it say? 25 XP to the entire room. I'm with you. Drew says Nina. There we go. I see. We need that the vote of the women. They're the ones that are going to be more disgusted by that word. I'm doing it for them, Mike.
Congrats, you got one.
Everybody, please. Anybody that doesn't like the C word and the T word, please let me know in the chat.
Wait, not the C word. I agree with this. And for the record, I have not yet said the C word since you brought up that many people.
Yes, but I will tell you right now, you are someone that uses a C word in casual conversation. Outside of the show.
Don't be such a C word.
This is why I had to make this rule.
I'm sorry. I stirred up a total can of worms, or what? That's not even right. You know what? Okay, we're good.
There we go.
Listen, if you guys don't like the C word, that's fine. I'm talking about the T word. T word in particular.
Wow, Wormcoat thinks the T word is even worse.
How?
He thinks it's even worse.
So weird.
Baz is with me. There we go. It's just a nasty sounding word. I don't know. It's just
Hashtag Team Mike.
No, Meepo. You're supposed to be Spider-Man tonight, man.
He is. He's the right, even when the dark is prevailing.
Anyway, let's see, where are we at? So that, I believe, is the wheel spins. Let's see who gets a sub gift giveaway. Let's see. We got 2 people that jumped in there. We got CP Jar and Hammock, and the winner is CP Jar 13. I will give you.
Nice.
You speak up in chat, it says. Yes, speak up in chat. There you go. Bro, let's go. CP Jar, I will gift you that sub gift very soon.
I like that reaction.
Bro, let's go. What did I win?
Let's go, what did I win?
Sorry, Hammock. Maybe next time, man. All right, now we can officially move on. I've got to do Old Man Andrew still, and I still have to do charades. Let's do charades. Mike, once again, screw you for not being here. Nobody can do the free cam. So I'll just have to do this myself. This is going to be a tough one. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to get this one. I really don't know how I'm going to pull this off. But we're going to do video game charades courtesy of the 9 Fox. It is a video game title.
Oh my God.
Did you see what it is?
No, Dirty Habanero just trolled you hard.
Loves the D. I did say the D.
He just Melania trumped you. Oh,
hey.
Bullying's bad. Bullying's bad. Let's bully this person.
I told you, Dick is all right. I'm okay with Dick. Dick is fair game.
Whoa.
Dick, bring on the Dick. I'm okay with the Dick.
Now it's just fuel.
That's where that clip is from. That's when we discussed what was okay, and I said then Dick is fair game. We're good with the Dick. Bring it on. All right. So I'm not ashamed. You can't shame me, Mike.
So hard.
All right. Well, anyway, so I'm gonna do this video game title, guys. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to try and get it right. Well, one of you guys just start a timer like on your watch or something, because I'm not going to go to the charades scene because that's the free cam and I can't do free cam. So tell me when you start a 1 minute and 30 second timer. Tell me when you start.
When you're ready.
I'm ready whenever you are.
All right. Well, then 1 minute 30 seconds. You said.
Yeah.
Go. This delay is terrible. I want to be making fun of him right now, but I don't know what he's doing.
Wow, I'm really not sure how to do this one.
Yeah, I can tell. I don't see anything.
Really not sure how to do this one.
Can I guess?
I think Derek's gonna get this one, man.
Sure,
I do not know.
Wow, you suck. It's 2 words.
I don't know, man. I don't know how to do this one. I don't. Nobody's
2 words.
getting it.
That's it.
No. Nope.
You guys got 10 seconds.
Imagine like.
Man in Batman shirt tries to charade.
I give up.
Is that it?
You guys were going in the direction of night, and I understand why you were doing that. I was trying to give you the idea of honor, like to be honored. Hold on, I don't even have my headset on. I'm curious if one of you guys knows now, based on that little hint there.
You said it was for honor, right?
What was that?
You said it was for honor, right?
Yeah, I was trying to get like the idea of like honor. Yeah.
No one guessed it.
No, nobody guessed it. Yeah. How would you guys have done that one?
I totally thought you were doing Bennett Foddy in.
I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't. First of all, I've never played that game, and I really haven't watched it too much either. I know that you can be all different types of character types, right? And different weapons and all. But I did not know where to go for that one. 4 fingers for 4. That's true. That could have maybe worked. 4 fingers for 4. Yeah, that's a tough one. Usually I can think of some way to do it. I could not think of it for that one. So that means
he wouldn't have gotten it. He was terrible.
Derek gets 20 XP then because he wins. Way to go, Derek.
Good job, Derek.
You stumped me on that one, man. I could not think of how to do that one. All right, now we can move on. I still have to do a lip sync challenge. I'll do that at the end of the show. And I still have to do Old Man Andrew, which I will do right now. All right, we're getting into level update part 2, guys. Some more big stories from this week. Next up, Pokemon Let's Go announced.
Heck yeah.
Eurogamer writes, the Let's Go games are described as core RPGs by the Pokemon game company. In the same way, any mainline games like Gold and Silver or Sun and Moon are core Pokemon RPGs and has a release date of November 16th, 2018, exclusively
like an older, creepier Dumbledore
on the Nintendo Switch. Thank you. I'll consider that as a compliment, Mike. No, it is a core game like the main line. The Let's Go pair isn't, by most people's definition, a new generation. That is, it only features one confirmed new Pokemon that we know of at the time of writing, rather than any entire batch of 50 or 100 odd that come with new generations. You catch Pokemon like you do in Pokemon Go. Motion controls are required for catching Pokemon, either in the form of the gyroscope in handheld mode, the Joy-Con when docked, or via the Pokeball Plus. You see Pokemon physically appear in the wild, tap on them to interact, and then enter a throwing screen match to the same as the one in Go, with mechanics impaired largely in the same way. Let's pause there, because I'm going to lose my voice, for one. This is my first grievance. I'm a little bummed that there's no longer Pokemon in the wild.
I'll say right now, I honestly feel like it is threefold. It's to kind of hold off people until they're ready to reveal a true next Pokemon game. Right. It is B, an easy port for them, and C, at the same time, it's an easy port and grabbing all the people that still religiously play Pokemon Go for God knows what reason.
Yeah, I mean, Farsighted in the chat went even broader than that and said, like, why is Pokemon still a thing? I mean, I totally get why Pokemon is still a thing.
Hold on, Farsighted, you and I are close friends.
Don't forget, he despises Nintendo. He despises Nintendo. Don't forget that.
I don't know, man. That's still a little harsh.
Yeah, I mean, even as somebody that really isn't that into Pokemon myself, I've played some of the really old ones, like Red, Blue, Gold, Yellow, I should say. But I haven't really been into it since then. I totally understand why it's popular, though. And I want to get into it. I really want to. This is not the one that's going to do it for me, though. Well, let's go a little further until some other
go into the end, because there's one major thing.
Yeah. So there are no random encounters. Pikachu and Eevee are set starters. Pikachu rides outside of its ball on your shoulder and Eevee on your head. Other Pokemon can follow you outside their balls, and you can ride some too. Trainer battles are still the same. Battles themselves are still turn-based, with Pokemon having 4 moves and so on. If and how stats, including IVs and EVs, have changed isn't currently known, with Game Freak keen on not to reveal everything just yet. You can import Generation 1 creatures from Pokemon Go to Let's Go. There's local co-op, and a friend can jump in at any point by using a second controller to help you, be that in battle, where they act as a support trainer, or when catching a Pokemon. You can battle locally against Pokemon too. There are version-exclusive Pokemon as well, and no breeding in the game. You cannot get to Johto. This is only Kanto.
So, I don't have any issues with where it is, no breeding, any of those things, or the type of Pokemon. The co-op is fine. The issues that I have are the way that battles are done. I think that the way that you're catching Pokemon now is kind of cool, but also a little bit limiting. But I like that it's going to feel a little bit more true to, I mean, true. You're throwing a freaking ball at an animal and not getting arrested for it. So
I mean, the motion controls do 0 for me. I would never use them and I pray to God that they have the option to just press a button to throw a Pokeball.
I think they will, but I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm getting this game, I'm buying that Pokeball that they have.
Really?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Wow, I could not care any less about that.
What about I'm going to just for a prop.
Go ahead,
so I'm like super excited about it. I have been wanting an opportunity to play Pokemon for a long time because I haven't really been in the Nintendo ecosystem until I got my Switch. I think that them replacing like the random encounters, it feels weird, but it also is kind of one of those like things that I don't know that I'll actually miss it that much because you're just grinding out like the same encounter over and over again and it ends up not being super great. As long as the battles, like the actual trainer battles, the gym battles, all that stuff is kind of true to like I've heard that this is like Pokemon Yellow basically. I'm on board with it. I think that that'll be cool, and I hope that this is kind of to tide people over until they come out with like a real like this is a true to thing just for Switch.
That's next year, and that's why we put the poll in the chat saying, "Are you more excited for this or Pokemon 2019?" Which will be what is like this generation Pokemon, because this is a remake, and I honestly think it's pretty cool when you look at it and you look at the side-by-side comparison, and they sort of made it as a grid in the same way where you can tell these are blocks that are forming this environment even in this Switch version of the game. It's pretty cool to see the adaptation of that for the current generation, because when I first saw it I was like, this is the Switch Pokemon? It's like, this does not look that good graphically. I was very surprised. And then I was like, okay, this is a remake of the original. They're trying to hold on to some aspects while updating at the same time. Still, I don't think it looks like great for the Switch. It looks fine. Exactly what I would say. It looks fine. I definitely wasn't blown away by the graphics, and I'm really hoping that next year when they reveal Pokemon 2019, that you have full 3D control, camera control, feels like a full open world. I just want to feel like Pokemon's evolving finally, and this doesn't to me.
This makes me feel just more yearning for a true virtual console on the Switch. Like, this is cool, but I honestly would just almost rather them just give me Pokemon Yellow and just let me play it how it was, and like give me Silver and Gold and like the whole spiel of them. That's what I would like. And so this is good, but I would almost rather them have put time into doing just that.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that too. But at the same time, this is kind of cool in a sense, because if you do that, it takes a lot more resources to do than doing this. Like this, I think they created from the ground up. And I think because of how early on Pokemon Yellow was, it was easy to do this. And like I said, I mean, let's just talk about, it's something we, as people that talk about the industry this deep, or at least Drew and I, this is definitely their fiscal responsibility, to definitely bring in that crowd that isn't playing a Pokemon game on the 3DS, or hasn't, ever, or just in a long time, but they're going to parks and stuff and catching Pokemon. There's no reason not to bring them into this. And I'll tell you right now, as much as I hate it, the more and more I think about it, the more excited I am. I'm like, all right, where did I remember that there are Pokemon, centers around me that I can catch Pokemon and then bring them home and play it on the Switch when I get this. The one thing that really does annoy me, though, is that certain Pokemon will be tied to certain regions.
Yeah, I hate, for one, I hate that it has multiple versions. They've always done this, but I hate that there's Pokemon locked to different editions of the game, and if you want all Pokemon, you have to buy 2 versions of the game.
Listen, that's
garbage.
Yes, but at the same time, that's something that's expected now.
Exactly, and that's what makes it even more garbage, is that they get away with it.
Right. Well, so there's that, right? But so at the end of the day, if you want all the Pokemon, you have to pay. I'm guessing we're going to assume this is going to be a $60 game, correct?
Right. I would
assume so.
All right. So let's just say it's $60. That's $120 to get all the Pokemon. Let's say that the only way to get Lapras is Lapras is Johto, isn't it?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
That's Kanto as well.
It's Kanto. Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
The only way to get Lapras is to go to Hawaii.
Right.
Okay, how much is that plane ticket? You know what I mean? Like, I would much rather have them tie it to the other version of the game than be like, hey, you can get this if you travel.
I agree with that.
Came out and said that like that is complete BS.
Or at least give them the option to turn that off. Like I'm not somebody that wants to do the Pokemon Go version of this game. I just want to play Pokemon.
You know, some poor little 12-year-old. You know, their parents don't make enough money. They just were able to afford a Switch for the kids' Christmas. It's like, hey, congratulations, you got this game. You can't finish it though.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool if for the region-based stuff, because I actually think that the idea of region-based stuff is kind of cool, but not if it's tied to like getting the core Pokemon. If they did something like, okay, if you go to Hawaii, you can get a shiny Lapras. I'd be like,
yes,
okay,
absolutely.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm with you there. Now, Bowser in the chat is saying, is trading still a thing? It sounds like it because you can still face off against other trainers in the game. So I would hope that they're going to do trading as well. What's your guys' hope there?
If there's not trading, that people will riot.
Yeah, I would think so, right?
At the same time, why have a need to go travel to get other Pokemon?
And maybe that's why they never put it in Pokemon Go, though, because they were waiting for this game to come out, and this will be the way that you can trade or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Do you guys think this is going to be big, though?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be bigger than I originally anticipated it being, for the sheer fact that I've come around to the idea of getting it now.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
I'm buying it because it says Pokemon on it, and like I
get it, man. I'm that way with Final Fantasy for the most part.
It's just the way it is. Like,
yeah, I get it.
I hope it's good though.
Yeah, I hope it's good too. I hope it's great, and I'm even open to getting it. But what I saw so far wasn't enough to be like, yeah, I need this game. I'm definitely waiting for Pokemon 2019 so far.
Yeah.
And also just to comment on a few things in the chat again, Virtual Console, Nintendo said, is not going to be a thing ever in the Switch generation. They're done with Virtual Console.
Or at the very least, the way that Virtual Console is presented as Virtual Console.
Yeah, it's no longer a Virtual Console. They got rid of that. It's not a thing anymore. So there's still going to be games that you can buy from past generations. It's just not a part of the Virtual Console platform. That's dead at this point. All right. As for what you guys said on the poll, I was very surprised that you guys said you're not interested in either of them. That's very surprising. I think we just don't have much of a Nintendo audience, it seems. We have more of a PlayStation audience, but still, that surprises me.
Watched us has a soul, and I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely interested in 2019. I'm still very interested in that because I'm hoping it's the evolution that I've been craving for Pokemon for years and years now at this point.
Meepo, are you getting Eevee or Pikachu?
Pikachu.
Awesome, because I want Eevee, so can I trade with you?
Yeah, I mean, I would get Eevee considering that's the name of my daughter, so.
Nice.
Did you guys know that Eevee, my daughter, has an Eevee plushie?
I did. Pokemon? I was going to get it for her.
Yes.
Wait, didn't I get it for her?
No.
No, I was going to get one for her.
I know the one that I have, I got for her.
Here's a small interesting tidbit, but Bowser last year gave me his entire like OG Pokemon collection. I have like a closet full of Pokemon cards, and he gave me like all of his like original cards.
I'm so bummed. I think I got rid of my cards. I don't remember getting rid of them, but my mom is like, search the attic. This sounds so weird. My mom is search the attic for them because I asked her, I was like, do I still have my Pokemon cards? I had all of them. And she's looked and she can't find them. So I either got rid of them or something, but I'm honestly really bummed that I did. I wish I still had those because I had all of them.
Way.
It's really bummer. Anyway, Mike, I guess... Well, let's see who's the better fit for the story. Which one of you is more into Assassin's Creed?
I am not at all.
All right, then I'll take it.
All right, go ahead, Mike.
Could do either one. Assassin's Creed Odyssey will be at E3 2018. These are all taken as a leak. So sorry, I should have warned you guys on spoilers there.
No, this isn't a leak anymore, actually. This was officially revealed.
Oh, that's right. On their Twitter, they came out and said
but the rumors in here are leaked details that could totally be false, so take with a grain of salt, of course. But if you don't want to hear that, this is your warning. If you at the potential that this is an actual real leak, then now's your time to get away, or mute the mics, or mute the speakers, I should say.
All right, so this one is almost confirmed, without a doubt. It takes place in Greece during Flavian Dynasty. The one big detail to that holds true is the symbol that they're using, which is the helmet. So that's almost guaranteed at this point. The release date is now pushed back to November 23rd. It was originally scheduled for October, but out of fear for Red Dead Redemption 2, which a lot of people should have, they push it back for. The Templars will already be established. Your ship, the Aetos? I don't know, something, Mentos. Your ship, the Mentos, is fully customizable. Sails, color of sails, ship design, ship weapons, so on, so on, which is pretty cool. I like that idea. Kind of taking some ideas from Skull and Bones, it sounds like. Or wait. Fleet system from Black Flag returns, send ships across the globe. So it's the same thing they've had since Brotherhood, which I like a lot. Significant crew and outfitting for your Brotherhood. Liberating regions allows for purchase of shops and landmarks, which is nice because that was something I've missed from the whole Ezio saga. Crafting returns for health, weapons, stuff like that, which is nice. I like that. Weapon wheel, replayable missions, modern day gameplay. They're going back to that again. Okay. Layla is coming back. This is the middle chapter of the Origins trilogy and will be the darkest chapter as such. I'm hoping that this is true because there's been a lot of questioning on if this is a continuation or if this is something new.
I think so.
And it would make sense. It would only make sense, and they would have to. I think they did well when they followed that trilogy instead of just jumping around here and there. I think they kind of misused Edward Kenway a little bit because that was one of the better ones. But yeah, I'm hoping that this will kind of be a second part with it as well. Multiple bases will be available for purchase across the map. Horses will return and play a bigger role. Parkour system is going to be closer to Unity than it was for Origins, which is nice because Unity, for everything that I avoided for it, Unity had the best parkour setup.
Visually, I thought it was the most attractive. Yeah,
absolutely. But the combat is going to be similar to Origins, which is nice to have a nice little mixture there. Outfit and customization is going to be more Unity. Eagle Vision is going to be similar to Rogue, which I did not play, so I don't know how that's different from Black Flag. Juno, Desmond, and older assassins mentioned, and characters are of Roman descent and will travel to Rome at the end of the game.
Cool.
I'm liking this.
I mean, I heard Origins was really good. I know Rick really enjoyed it. This is a series at this point I will never get into. Never. Yeah, me both falling asleep over there. It's just I can see it. It's been too long, man. There's no way, especially considering it sounds like all the games connect to each other in some way, especially the ones before this new saga with Origins. There's no way in hell I'm playing all these games and trying to get connected to the story. I enjoyed Black Flag for like the 10 hours I played it, but even that started to drain on me. I was just like, I feel like I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. It's just not the series for me.
Yeah, I played the first one through twice, and I actually really enjoyed it. And then I missed the second one for some reason or another. And ever since then, because they come out so fast, I felt like I was always behind. And I never was able to catch up on the story. And so like with each new iteration, I'm like, okay, there's now 6 games I have to play, 7 games. And it just made me lose interest. Even though like I watched some Origins gameplay, it looked fun. I probably will never play it.
Yeah.
One came out at a time where I kind of skipped it. I actually only started with 2. I never played 1. But 2 ended up being one of my favorite games of all time for a while. And I mean, it hasn't aged as well. So it's definitely fallen off that list because instead of leaving things as they are, I had to go back and try to enjoy it again. But I don't know. I missed on Origins. I don't know if I want to go into it. I haven't played the last 3.
Yeah. Do you guys think they're going back to annual releases?
I thought they weren't, but I don't know now.
Yeah, I was hoping after Origins was like a 2-year wait that they were going to continue doing every other year. I thought that was smart, but...
Yeah, I think that they're going to try and do annual, but if like sales on this aren't good, they'll probably push it off because I think Origins did do well.
It did, yeah.
But here's the hoping for Prince of Persia instead.
I have to hope, and here's my fear, and one of this goes along with one of my E3 things. I have to wonder if they were hoping another game was going to be ready for this year's release. It is not, and so they decided to find a way to push this game's release up to fill that void. And if that is the case in any way, I do not think it's going to be very good.
Yeah. Nina Lee says, I'm with you, Drew. The entire saga seems overwhelming if you've never played them. Oh, yeah, 100%. I know Kelly's trying to go through them right now, and I think she's already feeling overwhelmed. Just after the first and second game, she's feeling overwhelmed. It's a lot. There's a lot of games in that series. Too many games in that series, in my opinion. I'm somebody who likes Final Fantasy. But at least Final Fantasy, they're each their own, isolated story for the most part. The Assassin's Creed, man, they all connect to each other. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
And it feels like each game, the only thing that differentiates them is the art assets. Like everything else is you're playing the same thing. To me, it's not as interesting.
Yeah, I'm with you there personally, but at the same time, I'm happy for all you Assassin's Creed fans out there. I hope it's awesome because I think the idea, the location is all really cool. I just not for me, but I hope you guys enjoy it when it is announced. We got one more story in this level update. Meepo, I hope you're excited about Anthem.
I'm kind of in the middle.
Okay. Well, we got a little bit of information here before the E3 reveal. Go ahead with this story.
Okay. This let's see, Anthem's E3 showing. So let's see. I'm just gonna read. Okay, we're good. We're delivering an unseen trailer this is from BioWare that delves into the dangerous world of Anthem. You'll get a glimpse into the story, characters, and monsters that bring the game to life. There's going to be more gameplay. I guess they're going to be showing off some more stuff. Last year, we showed off some of the core gameplay that you can expect from Anthem: flying, fighting, and of course, collecting loot. And this year, we're happy to show off some more. Tune in to see it all. Combat showcase. One of the things we'll be showing in depth this time around is combat. The power of the Javelin exosuit will be on full display as players take on some of the most ferocious enemies seen yet. Sounds like a lot of games. Developer insights. The dev team at BioWare has been hard at work, and now they're ready to show off in person. Here's some of the guiding principles that have shaped the development of Anthem as BioWare's general manager, Casey Hudson, executive producer, Mark Dara, and lead writer, Kathleen, Rootstart.
Do it. We always have trouble with this. This is the level up shows me a problem.
Along with hearing from the developers themselves, we'll be showing off some of the concept and production art of Anthem. You'll get a chance to see the craftsmanship that has built this incredible world from the ground up.
Yeah, I mean, God, it looks absolutely gorgeous based off of that original reveal for the Xbox One X last E3. And I'm very curious to see if it still looks like that. Some people in the chat saying Destiny done right. Maybe. It looks really good. This is clearly the A team that was the Mass Effect team before. This is the A team that went on to do Anthem, which I think is really cool.
I think that it's like, obviously there's a lot of comparisons to draw to Destiny as far as like the gameplay loop that they're going for, as far as being kind of a looter shooter is what it sounds like. And they're going to do, the raids and stuff. And I think that's okay.
Yes.
But
gimme.
So I hope I don't tilt too many people, but I think Destiny 2 is a fantastic game that just didn't have the content, right? And I think that Anthem probably is going to be a fantastic game, but is it going to have the content that people aren't going to chew up in 2 weeks and be like, okay, where's the rest?
That's the big question.
And that's the thing that, we have to see.
One thing I will say, I like that it's third person. There's enough first-person shooters out there, especially in that space. It's really cool that they're going third person with this one. The combat looks awesome. The flying looks awesome. It's Iron Man, really. It's what it looks like. It looks like that's Iron Man done right.
Iron Man game we always wanted.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I agree with you guys about the Destiny 2 thing. I think the problem is that I think they're going to have to kind of leave that title behind or completely revamp it and do something. But this is, I think, a good answer to that. Imagine. I mean, if I can get everything I'm hoping for out of it, it's just going to be Mass Effect meets Destiny, and they actually do it the way we need it to. Take everything, the gameplay, the style of the worlds, and because the worlds were beautiful in Mass Effect always, and even the choices and everything like that you got out of them was great. So take that and add, the loot and the shooting mechanics similar to something between Destiny and Mass Effect, and it's going to be amazing.
As you said, one of the most important. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to. One of the things I want to say, like Easy Ally just talked about. The only thing I'm going to hate is that they talk about it and they have those fake shooter interactions with the friends playing together. Like, okay, guys, let's go in and do this. Oh my God, wait. what is that monster there?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like,
that doesn't usually bother me too much. It's clearly supposed to be a demonstration of a community, a small community getting together to play the game. But I think that's what they do need to show off. The big thing is content delivery. I agree with you, Meepo, there. It's the longevity of that. But what they need to show off right now is, I would think, a big boss. They need to show off a huge beast, something like that, and need to show a player of a group of 4, however many, maybe it's more than that. I don't think we know yet, but showing how those players in a team react together and take down this hopefully huge, awesome looking beast with amazing animations, that is what's going to make me excited for this potentially. If there is, like, I actually wanted to be in the Destiny, and I've said this a million times. I wanted to be in the Destiny. I wanted to be in the No Man's Sky when we thought maybe you could travel a universe together. I'm looking for that game that's going to scratch the itch for me. It's not the genre that I'm typically into, but I think, especially once I go full time, it's something that I could get into. I'll have the time to get into it, and I would like to have a team to get together with and really soak up an experience. This could be that. I need to see the longevity, as Meepo said, and I need to say like that the teamwork is satisfying and exciting and exhilarating, and I think that's what they're really going to go for at Microsoft's conference, I would imagine, as they did last time. And that is the level update. We got one more giveaway for you guys, courtesy of Forest Ender. I'm going to say, before we do the giveaway, though, there's a chance that this is expired. It says on it that it was expired in January. However, Forest Ender looked into this and asked around, and supposedly it's still active, even though it says expired. A lot of other people are still saying you can redeem it. So we're going to try. It's for South Park Stick of Truth on PS4. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but we'll try and give it away, and if it does work, awesome. You guys can thank Forest Ender for this one once again. So this will be for everyone. Anybody can get in on this giveaway. If you are a sub, you have a better chance at getting it, though. You have higher luck if you are a sub. All right, let's see here. South Park Stick of Truth PS4. And we'll put 2 minutes on this timer and exclamation point raffle to get in on that, guys. There you go. It is in the chats, I believe. Did that go in there? It did. And CB Jar, I know that I still have to give you your sub.
Someone sub-gifted him.
Oh, somebody did?
Yeah.
Then that means I'll give it to the other person then. Who was the other person?
Was that you?
No, it wasn't me. It was
I'm
Amite. Then I'll give it to Amite, unless he was also gifted a sub already. I'm gonna have to do this like now before somebody doesn't. Jesus. There he is. I'm gonna give it to Amite. Wait, no. Amite gave it to him, it looks like. Because Amite has a sub gift next to his name, and he's also a sub now. So never mind. You guys won't let us give away subs anymore. We try so hard to give away subs, but you won't let us.
The flock cometh.
You guys are amazing. Man. You Santas, you helpers, unbelievable.
Amite is one of my mods.
What was that?
Amite is one of my mods.
Oh, is he? Okay, cool. Well, welcome to the +1 posse, guys. You are
CJ
awesome.
Parr, I get that that's part of your name, but like, why would you not go with the nickname of CP Jar? That could be a different nickname. You could be the Jar Man.
We also had a resub from Beast Unleashed. Thank you so much. That'll be in the next giveaway, or the next Wheelspin segment, I should say. So we've got Amite, and we have CP Parr, CJ Parr,
CP Jar,
CP Jar, CJ Parr, whatever, man, whatever. It's really far away from me. I have a really long distance to this monitor right now. So we have to do 3. We have to do 3 wheel spins in the next segment because they're not actually showing up for me. Like, I don't see Amite in my notifications for getting a sub. That's weird. But anyway, we do have a few more stories tonight, but they are the smaller stories in a segment that we like to call Rapid Fire News Roundup. Ha! Give a lot of oomph on that one there.
You kind of yell more and more every time you do that, and I'm kind of wondering where you draw that inspiration from.
I don't know, Mike. God, what do you know?
You used to kind of like get in the zone, like, ha! You know, like getting like fire stance, and now you're like, ah! You know, and I really don't know.
It evolves. It's an ever-evolving thing. Well, anyway, we got Crackdown. We got Crackdown on screen right now because supposedly it might get delayed again. This is purely because Amazon took down pre-orders for the game. Since then, Microsoft has said it was an error on Amazon's part. But I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets delayed again. It's already been delayed several times. I just feel like something is wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I don't want it to be bad, and I don't want it to be delayed. I want Xbox guys to get Crackdown, and I hope it's awesome. But just something tells me that this is not even going to be at E3 this year. What do you guys think?
I almost chose this as one of my predictions.
Yeah.
That's not going to be at Microsoft's conference at all, even. I think I mean, from what we've seen and not seen of the game, I think it definitely seems credible. I want them to get it right because I thoroughly enjoyed Crackdown 1 and 2. I liked all of 1 better at the time it came out, and I think 2 is definitely a good progression, but the way they did the story and what you had to do in it was definitely bizarre. But I think the systems now can absolutely handle it a lot better. But even like looking at the trailer, like am I the only one that think it still looks rough? Now you know they're going for cartoony gameplay, but
yeah, it kind of looks a lot like the previous one to me. It just doesn't look much different.
Right.
I think that they had this game like done, ready to go, and people looked at it because this was a news story like almost a year ago, and people were like, "That looks terrible." And then it was delayed, and they're like working on improving it. And I think that this is going to be this generation's Too Human, if I was going to guess.
Now,
wow, I forgot about the game.
Oh my god, yeah. Can I propose this?
Yes.
And I know this is just lazy, but because you could say it to everything. But do you think that they actually legitimately held off because they wanted to add some sort of battle royale?
It's a possibility. I mean, it's an open world game.
You guys have both played it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played it, but I used to watch my cousin play it a lot. It fits for battle royale.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I'm almost wondering if you're not going to see any Xbox exclusives go the battle royale way because of PUBG and them pushing that so hard.
I don't think that. I mean, yes, but at the same time, that exclusivity is not going to last forever, and that's why I wonder if, on top of everything else, maybe they're even going to not talk about it, if for nothing else, than to let that exclusivity expire.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's a good fit for the franchise. The only thing that makes me think it might not happen is the PUBG side of everything, and that's so important to Microsoft right now that they don't want to cannibalize. Maybe that would be my only thought there. But it'd be cool. I think it would be a cool fit, and especially if that was an announcement at E3, I think people would actually be pretty
how many
excited.
People get down on it because it would actually work for that type of game.
Anyway, that was supposed to be a short story. Thanks again, Mike. Next up, real short story. Sonic Team Racing has been announced. It was originally leaked by Walmart because they just can't stop leaking shit right now. My God, Walmart. But then it was officially revealed with this little teaser trailer here. I mean, I don't care whatsoever, but there you go. Anybody excited for this?
I mean, I think it's a game for the kids, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
So there you go. Officially announced Sonic Team Racing. After that, Detroit Become Human is officially Quantic Dream's best launch ever. That includes Indigo Prophecy, Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Souls. Heavy Rain specifically sold very well. So this means that as far as how quickly it's selling, it is selling faster than Heavy Rain did in its first month. I'm not surprised. It is the best game Quantic Dream has made yet. I think word of mouth is strong. I think Twitch is really helping it. It's a great streaming game, something that wasn't there when Heavy Rain came out. I think it makes perfect sense. It's such a good game. You agree, Mike?
I absolutely agree.
Yeah. And Meepo even said he's tempted to get a PS4 just to play it.
I think the visuals.
You need to get a PS4 for many games. This is one of the many games.
Yeah. I think the visuals sell me on this, and the marketing on this game was insane. So
yeah,
it
does so good.
It's much better than I was expecting. I'll say it a million times. I was probably the most down on the game.
Go play that.
Yeah, I was probably the most down on the game. What'd you say, Mike? I was the most down on the game in our community?
Between you and I, absolutely.
Even our viewers, it seems like I was the one that was down on it. And I wanted it to be great, but I was really nervous about it. And I think maybe for that reason, I'm like even more excited about it and pleasantly surprised because it's just so much better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, I think the de-hyping actually helped this game a lot.
Yeah,
you're right. Real quick that I'm surprised it's actually selling so well because with the advent and growth of Twitch, because this is the kind of game you could watch it and not play it and kind of have a similar experience.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
I am a little bit surprised that it is doing as well as it is.
That's another side. You're right.
Is how diverse though it can be.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, God, there's dozens of endings.
There's one thing that like I didn't realize how many ways it could spider off, and I was like, well, this is one that's going to be a bitch to replay again.
Mm-hmm. Next up, June 2018 PS Plus games are officially announced. XCOM 2 is coming to PS4. You also got Trials Fusion, something that was on PS3 with Plus, now on PS4. Zombie Driver HD is coming to PS3. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier PS3. Atomic Ninjas on PS Vita, and Squares on PS Vita. The best of this lot is definitely XCOM 2, from what I can tell. That was really critically well-received game, actually. Not something I've ever gotten into myself. It looks really cool. A little intimidating, though. I'm intimidated by it.
Why?
I don't know. It scares me. I don't know why. It looks really difficult and overwhelming.
A lot of systems.
Yeah, a lot of systems. I don't know. Maybe I'm pansy, but
you are. That needs to be one of the games that you get into at some point.
Really? Did you play it?
I think so. I played XCOM 1. I didn't play XCOM 2.
Okay.
I put a good, I would say, 15 or so hours into XCOM 1, which is not a ton for that game, but it's a ton for me playing into that game.
Decent offering, but definitely not the best month for PS Plus. God of War is on its way to becoming the fastest to 1 billion views on YouTube. Let's put this in perspective for you guys right here. The leaderboard, as of right now, of most viewed games of all time on YouTube, Fortnite #1, but of course Fortnite's been out for a while. That has 5.09 billion views.
That's crazy.
On YouTube. 5.09 billion, guys. After that, a game that came out way before Fortnite, Minecraft, and that has 2.39 billion.
And
not even half.
Like building gaming on YouTube.
My God, not even half of Fortnite. Minecraft, a game that's been out and has been in the NPD for 10 years now, is not even half of Fortnite. Then you've got God of War, a game that's only been out for a month, at 728 million views. #3. That's really great, considering it's a single-player game, and it's only been out for a month. That is really surprising. After that, you got Roblox at 717 million views. And here is the one that everybody's really focusing on, because, of course, you got the Fortnite versus PUBG war always going on. PUBG has 553 million views, so only about one-tenth of Fortnite's. Yeah. But great for God of War. I'm really happy to see that is like the star PlayStation franchise at this point. Deserves it, man. Cory Barlog knocked it out of the park. Another one that you need to get when you get PS4, Meepo.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, absolutely. It's amazing.
One of the best games I've ever played,
I would
honestly.
say I agree with that. I was going to say at least the best game on the PS4 so far.
Yeah.
And if not, one of the best games ever played.
More E3 news, and something to hype up E3, because I was a little nervous when PlayStation didn't announce they were doing the theater experience that they've done the last couple years. The theater experience to me implied big shit is going down, get in the theater, experience it with a lot of people. It took them a while to announce it, but it is happening. The E3 experience, the theater experience, is coming to multiple cities. You can find that online, of course, and see if it's one near you. There was that moment for PlayStation when we thought they weren't even going to do a live conference, and my hype plummeted. Then they said, yeah, we're doing the live conference. We have an audience. We have all the good stuff. It's not a direct. Then they were like, yeah, we got 4 games we're focusing on, but there's other things. And now the E3 theater experience is announced. So I'm back on track now. I'm hyped for PlayStation again.
I always wanted to go to one of those.
Me too, man. I would love to go to one of these, but then we would miss.
Right. We wouldn't be able to.
We wouldn't be able to do a reaction on this.
We could have gone last year. I think was it the year before that I had tickets for. I think one of the years I had tickets to go and.
Yeah. Cool. Live orchestra, says Alex Bustos. That is what, honestly, that was almost a bad idea on their part 2 years ago, doing the live orchestra, because it set such a high precedent that if they don't do it again, whenever they don't do it again, I'm immediately going to be disappointed. Like last year when it started and there was no orchestra, I immediately docked a point off the conference. I was like, no live orchestra. Docking a point. I was so disappointed that they didn't have a live orchestra last year. They got to bring that back. It was so freaking good from a presentational standpoint. They need to bring that back. And I'm surprised they don't all do it. If they're doing live conferences, they should all do it. Next up, Bungie. I'll let you talk about this one, Mike, because I know you're the one who really wanted to talk about it.
Bungie receives $100 million to invest into new non-Destiny IPs. The CEO, Pete Parsons, said, quote, "A big part of our focus is to self-publish in the future. We'll decide the business model and how the worlds we create go into the market," end quote. I'll go into that again. He also said, quote, "We have a great partnership already in Activision. Activision is an amazing partner, has been an amazing partner, and remains an amazing partner for us. Destiny has been a fantastic experience for both our groups." So that second part, I'll tell you right now, that is absolutely necessary for anybody in a high-profile seat to say. That doesn't mean that any of it is true. It doesn't mean that any of it is not true. But I will say that I would maybe put 5% stake in any of that being true. For the first part, I think that they are doing this to not only make a little bit more money, diversify their teams, but maybe get some of their teams from the outside in this new company to come in. But on top of that, have the ability to stand on their own 2 feet and say, "We don't give a shit about what you guys want from DLC. This is the game we're making because you guys don't know how to cool your jets. Chill the hell out and let us make a decent game before trying to nickel and dime everybody for, you know, a new costume that costs $25. And sorry, we're not Epic Games. We can't do that." So this is nothing but good news to me.
Okay. I've seen a lot of people down on it, actually.
I don't understand why. Like, what do they see as down?
Just that they're already not delivering on Destiny. And for them to add another major IP potentially onto that, like, are they going to spread themselves even thinner? You know?
Sure, absolutely, that's fine. Let's put it this way: Destiny 1 is done. Destiny 2 might as well be done, and those that are still holding on are the same type of people that are clamoring for shows that have been canceled or are dying to get remade or maybe ported over to Hulu, because God knows that does well for those things. Heck, look at Community. Sorry, it's dead, it's done, let it go and move on to another thing. If they want to do anything good, you have to take some of the hurt before it gets better.
6 seasons in a movie.
6 seasons in a movie.
No, you know what? I'm excited. I want to see what they move on to next.
I'm really happy about this.
Destiny, as Meepo said, great mechanics, great gameplay, had a lot of potential. They didn't quite deliver on that, but they have talent there. Things went wrong with Destiny. Clearly, things went wrong. They lost writers. They lost composer. You know, things that we probably don't even know about. Things went wrong with Destiny. It doesn't mean
partnership with Activision. So
they have a lot of talent over there. I think that they need a fresh start, and hopefully that's what happens here with this new company. Yeah. And finally, we got Deep Down trademark renewed for the second time. Renewed as in let me explain here. So Deep Down was first revealed in 2012, if I remember right, at the PlayStation February conference. It was then renewed 5 times as far as extending the trademark. That is when you lose a trademark entirely after 5 times, and then you have to just start up an entirely new trademark, which is the renew part of it. They did that last time, and now it's been so long since the renewal that they're extending it. So they've got 3, I think, more extensions after this one, which means they've got 2 more years until they've got to renew it again. So who knows where Deep Down is, but they keep renewing it. So maybe it's going to happen. Farsender was actually the one who put in the predictions that he thinks it's going to come back. So we'll have to wait and see. But for those Deep Down fans out there, based on that one CGI trailer, we're all praying for you. All right, that is the rapid fire news roundup. We got one more short little segment here before we get into some more wheel spins. It is that community focus segment of the show that we do every week. What's it called, Mike?
Wait, ramble. I didn't do it.
What?
I didn't look it up in another...
Too late. You lose. Good day, sir. Good day, sir. I said good day, sir.
Oh, shoot. I don't know how to say that. That's different wording. Oh, God. There's no way. Okay, keep going. It's on the spot.
All right. It's on the spot. Guys, every week you can get on our Discord at discord.gg/the Level Up Network. We okay there, Meepo? What's wrong, man?
Something about Ugandan knuckles behind me, but I don't have that, but I have this.
Oh, wow. That's freaking awesome. How much did that cost you?
$140.
It was a gift.
Okay, cool. From your girlfriend?
From my father.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. Very cool. Well, I wish I had one. We could then duel the next time you're here. which has to happen at some point. We got to make that happen.
For those curious, that's what I tried to look up how to say on the spot, and that did not work.
You failed, Mike. You failed.
I did. I'm very sorry.
So I know we got a question earlier on in the stream, so we got to go to that first. But On the Spot, guys, is our community-focused segment that we do every week where you guys can ask us hard-hitting questions. The best place to do that is Discord at discord.gg/the-level-up-network. There's an On the Spot channel, but there's a lot of channels on our Discord. And everybody, right now, I implore you, get on our Discord. It's an amazing community. The same community that you are enjoying, I'm sure, in the chat is there on our Discord as well. There's a movies channel. There's a gaming channel. There's politics and memes in general, and all that is there for you guys to take part in. Now, for the Ask a Question, it was from Hempman. Actually, it looks like it's not a question. He says, my $5 tip is that just Mr. Stagger spins is needed for Vegemite. He wants us to do Vegemite, I think is what he's saying. There's still potential for Vegemite to happen because we have some wheel spins we need to do. So, and maybe we'll do Marmite if that happens. So I'm going to refund you that one, Hempman, because I feel like that I don't want to take your XP on that one. But as for the question that was submitted on our Discord, Dear the Level Up Show, Fallout 76 was definitely a game that could have been a big reveal at Bethesda's E3 showcase. Why do you think publishers are announcing their E3 content early? Is it just to get ahead of leaks, a way to allow for more actual gameplay at the event, or something else entirely? Meepo, we'll go to you first. What do you think is going on there? Why did they decide to announce that before E3?
I think that it generates buzz ahead of the conference. So people, like right now, if I would go into like the Xbox conference, I don't know what to expect. So I'm more hyped about the Bethesda conference because I'm like, oh, what are they going to tell us about this game?
Yeah.
I also think that in Bethesda's case, I think they got something else they're going to show us. I think this is going to drop and then they're going to show us something else.
I agree 100% with that right there. Yep. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I think this is their game that they're pushing out this year. It's going to be just like Fallout 4 where it's like announced coming out 4 months later. But they're going to save the big bomb for something like a Elder Scrolls 6 tease. Like that is the big bomb that they wait for end of show, one more thing. You know,
it'll probably just be a logo, but I'll be excited.
Yeah, you're right. It probably will just be a logo. Maybe a logo animation similar to what we got for Skyrim. But that's enough. Just to know that it's happening and to know the title will hype people up insanely. That is something that you do at a conference. This, I think even now that they've announced this, a lot of people just don't really care that much, in all honesty. I'm thinking a lot of people down on it. So I think they knew that might have happened. And they wanted to get it out in front, let people know, yeah, this is going to be something at E3. And then maybe they can convince us at E3 that it's something we should care about, now that we already know it exists. I feel like that was the strategy here, but that's not always a strategy. Like, what would be another reason to do it ahead of time, in your opinion, Mike?
I think just in general, just buzz. I don't know that like doing this ahead of time versus like a leak generates any different kind of buzz. I think it still gets people excited about stuff.
Sometimes leaks are intentional, I would imagine.
I think a lot of times they are. I think Ubisoft does it a lot of times on purpose, actually.
Yeah.
And it's just a good way to get out ahead of everybody else's news, because if you have a smaller game that's going to be coming out at E3 and you know that there's going to be a bunch of big stuff, why not get yours out there first before everybody else? Then everyone's talking about your game and not the other game.
Yeah. I usually find it's the games that are big, but not quite like megaton moments. They want to save those megatons for the actual conference and then build the hype with some of the not small stuff, but things that aren't quite a megaton worthy. So I honestly think it can be a pretty good strategy sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like, what the hell? Like, why did that not be a huge megaton moment? That's happened a few times in the past where I just was super flabbergasted. I think I remember like Infamous 2 and Little Big Planet 2, where now it's like a month apart before PS3's conference many years ago. And I was like, really? You didn't save Little Big Planet 2 and Infamous 2 for your conference? That blew my mind. But nowadays, I think even more so, it makes sense to get ahead of E3 and build the hype ahead of time. So
I think for publishers more so too than like the big platforms like Xbox and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Mike, any thoughts on that?
No, I think, and also too, like in terms of what Sony did this year, they said these are the 4 games we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, they did.
It's a little weird because at first it's a little off-putting, and I know they're going to have some third parties, but at the same time, I have to wonder if they do it intentionally to kind of lower expectations, so that people aren't overhyped expecting so much, so that at the end of the day, if they only show those 4 games as the only first-party titles and then everything else is third-party, they told us in advance, so we can't be too mad at them. And then on top of that, if they give us even just the smallest little bit, like, you know, all they would have to do is just say a date on Last of Us 2 or something that should be, would normally just be minuscule, you know, nothing new from anything else, no new gameplay on it, just a date. We would blow our minds because, you know, everything else, we were like, oh, we didn't think we were going to get anything, you know, and it would be amazing. Yeah. For that, so.
LOL Broha says Infamous 1 is my favorite game ever. That's funny because Mike wanted that prediction added onto the list for you guys in the forum, the possibility of an Infamous 1-2 remaster, which still kind of blows my mind. It hasn't happened yet. So that's on the predictions list too, which I just
dropping the ball.
Just post in the chat for you guys. The Google form is where you can take part in the predictions game. There's over 100 predictions on there, and each of them has their own points value depending on how likely or unlikely that prediction is to happen. Based on those 10 predictions, you can accumulate points, and the winner, of course, has the most points and get some prizes as a result. We're going to give prizes to the top 3 points winners. All right.
Yeah.
We are all done with the on the spot. Once again, guys, get on our Discord at discord.gg/the-level-up-network. There's an on the spot channel. There's a question of the week channel. There's gaming, movies, television, memes, politics, sports, and more, all on our Discord. And of course, the amazing community that we have here at the Level Up Network is there on our Discord. It's the best way to keep in touch with them and us, even when the show is not live. So get on that. Once again, I implore you to get on our Discord. We're still trying to build that community. We have over 200 members now, and often have 50 to 60 active online in the community on there. But we'd like to see more. All right, and now we can get to those final wheel spins. Potential for Vegemite still, and of course Mike's not here, so he doesn't have to do it.
I'll find one of those snacks and I'll eat it if we get it.
Yes! We have Dorian Wafer added on there, courtesy of Meepo. He wanted Dorian Wafer added on because he's got them. You still have the Moki, right?
Yeah, I have the Moki.
If it lands on it, we'll do a durian wafer covered in Marmite with Bean Boozled beans. How about that?
Meepo, that's the Moki. The Maki is what made me throw up.
Did you really throw up?
I was the one that made you eat it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. I tried to never forget everything about it.
Did you really throw up?
Yeah.
Like,
in that bag.
Wow. Wow. Chili Saru with the sub wants to get his own wheel spin. Thank you so much.
In a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Chili Saru, welcome back to the +1 posse. We also had follows from Sweet Kitten, Job 1214, and Poop Boy.
Wow.
Wow, that was the timing, man. That timing was way too good, Meepo. Way too good. Damn. Jesus. All right. Well, let's get the wheel spins going.
Sorry.
That was so good.
I forgot to tell you, Danny tried the one cracker, and like she just took a little bite. She's like, "What? You made me eat fish food? Why did you let me eat fish food?" I forgot all about that.
Oh, Jesus. That's awesome.
Yeah, I loved it.
All right, so first up, we have a wheel spin for Beast Unleashed, who is once again a member of the +1 posse. He has resubscribed for 2 months now. Thank you so much, Beast Unleashed. We appreciate you. And the wheel has spoken. You get a custom welcome message for a full month, Beast Unleashed. Whisper me with what you want that welcome message to be. That means that whenever you come into the chat and speak for the first time, the bot will post that message. You get that for a full month. Next up, let's do the ones that gifted each other. There was I'm8. We'll do him first. I'm8, welcome to the +1 posse. Thank you so much for gifting and becoming a sub yourself. We appreciate that so much. The wheel has spoken. We're going to be giving some XP to the entire room. 10 XP goes to the entire room. I got that on my macro, so I'll do that right now. 10 XP to all. Way to go, room.
Got that on macro. You know, no bigs.
No bigs, no bigs. Next up, who was the other one? It was I'm8, and there was another one too. Do you remember who it was, Meepo?
We're talking about CJ, PJ.
Yes. Yeah. CJ Parr gets 1 month of special thanks. Mike, do you have access to the outline right now?
Yep.
Could you type that in there for me? That CP jar. Wow, I cannot say this freaking name. I cannot say this freaking name.
CJ Parr.
CJ Parr. CP Car. CJ Parr. CP jar. I don't know. There's so many ways to say it. 1 month of special thanks in our credits goes to CJ Parr. CJ Parr. I don't know why it's really bothering me. It's okay. Meepo can't say my name. Meepo, say say the name.
Wait, which name?
I'm, you know, that guy.
I'm I.
That's about right. I feel like you said it right. I'm I.
Yeah.
I'm I.
The first couple times I was like, I'm just gonna call you 8 because it seemed easier.
It is easier. I'll give you that. All right. And I believe those are the wheel spins. Oh, wait. Chili Sorrow gets one as well. Thank you so much, Chili Sorrow, for coming back into the +1 posse.
Every time I see Chili Sorrow, I think of Sanzaru.
Sanzaro, yeah. Meepo, it happened, man. Dorian Wafer.
Okay.
What the shit?
Okay.
Okay. Will you do it?
Do I do it right now?
Yeah, right now, man. It's time.
All right.
Get it done.
I'm gonna make it extra nasty though, if that's okay.
Mike is doing the walk-off right now because he's going to get the Moki.
They smell so bad.
You know what? I feel like I need to show solidarity here. I'll do something as well. I'll do a bean covered in Vegemite. How's that? Is that okay? I'll do a couple beans, all right? I'll do a couple beans covered in Vegemite. I feel bad. You guys are putting yourself through shit.
I'm going to do the cuttlefish crackers with wasabi.
Okay, I'm going to do 2 beans covered in Vegemite.
Jesus, Meepo. That's like a family-sized portion.
What the hell are you doing? You're a maniac.
Ugh. Oh, it's
What do you?
smell.
That's so much, man. That's like dangerous, copious amounts of Marmite.
God. You just open it and it smells like you're about to fucking service a fish.
This guy is next level, man. This guy is next level. Do you see what he's doing? He covered an entire wafer in Marmite and put 5 beans on top.
Oh my god, that's like the worst ants on a log I've ever seen in my life.
Holy shit, dude. I mean, I feel like I've got to do something else. What do I do? You know what? I'll throw some seasoned anchovies in there.
Okay,
that's insane.
Yeah, I forgot about the anchovy.
I'll throw the. All right, I'll cover.
Send you those.
Okay, hold on a sec. I will put a line of Vegemite on the seasoned anchovy.
I need to get you those.
And that'll stick.
Smells so bad.
Thank you for the sub.
Oh,
gift.
Man, the back of the bag looks like the Cheez-Its.
Well, this is the most Vegemite I've ever done too. I feel like I have to level up because of Meepo tonight. So
we're encouraging.
Like poo.
And I'm gonna put the beans on top.
Yeah.
Meepo style. We're gonna call this the Meepo moving forward. Hold on, I gotta show this close up.
It's like the worst personal sandwich ever.
Bartender, I'll be alright, I think.
Okay. I might have to get. I might take out the headset for this one, man. You guys are gonna be gagging, and I don't know if I'm gonna handle that.
Like fish anchovies, like
yeah, this is fish anchovies, and the texture is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
It's the way it crunches. It's like scales.
Oh, yuck.
And then on top of that, I've got the Vegemite. And on top of that, I've got 2 beans. One of them probably spoiled milk, and the other one probably rotten egg. So this is gonna be a hell of a. Oh my god, dude. Oh no. Wait, I'm going to the reaction screen. I'll go. Hold on. I'm gonna put you guys in the bottom left. Hold on.
It smells so bad in here.
And I'm gonna zoom in so people can enjoy this to the fullest. All right. Oh my god. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh.
I just spit all over my desk.
Oh. Oh my god.
we're good. Survived.
I don't think Drew did.
I actually have durian wafer all over my desk now. I kind of coughed and it sprayed all over the place. It was next level.
Oh my god.
I'm watching Drew's reaction. He's definitely dying.
That was quite the biscuit.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, my hands smell like fish food.
That was real bad, dude.
Woo!
That was next level. You brought us to the next level there, Meepo.
That's Kaioken times 4.
Oh, you know, I'm just going to stay in this screen from now on since we can be a little larger. Oh, my God.
Oh, I see a puppers.
Yeah, that's my dog.
I've never seen your dog.
You never seen my dog?
Can you see the dog on camera?
The Bogey Squad?
Bogey.
Yeah, Bogey's been down here the entire night with me. Bogey, come lay down. Lay down on the chair.
Lindsay,
right there.
I did save you some.
Lay down.
You want some?
Oh,
Okay.
by the way, Danielle had the durian wafer. She actually thought it was okay. And,
Really?
Yeah, I almost broke up with her.
So it's really just the smell? What do you think?
The smell is worse than the taste for sure.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to separate the two.
Drew, you bite into it, and remember sticky socks?
Yeah.
Like, it permeates through your entire body.
But for the next like 6 hours, you'll be burping, and it tastes like it smells. So that's really the real punishment.
Neens just said, my internet reset. Who won Stick of Truth? Thank you for the reminder. Let's actually reveal that right now. We got a good dozen people in on this giveaway for Stick of Truth, which might work on PS4. It has expired, but supposedly it'll still work. We're going to give it a shot. The winner of South Park, the Stick of Truth on PS4 is New Dubs Order. New Dubs Order. Congratulations, man. Whisper me, New Dubs Order, just to let me know that you won the giveaway, South Park, the Stick of Truth. That way I don't forget, all right? Congratulations. All right.
My stomach hurts.
Yo, the day after I ate all that food, actually that night, and then the day after I ate all those snacks, it was not a good time. Mostly probably because I ate that entire bowl of the ramen.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That looked spicy. That's a spicy meatball.
It was so good, but it was so spicy. I kind of want to get more though.
Yeah, you know what? I have a feeling I probably would have liked that.
Mm-hmm. That one was painful, but it was enjoyable.
Yeah. All right, guys. We are moving on. We're going to skip the final commercial break since we actually inserted one earlier in the show. And we are moving on to our topic of the week. A big topic. Share the show right now, guys, because we are about to get into our E3 2018 predictions. Post it on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch itself. Put it on other Discord communities. Get it out there because we're going to talk about E3 2018 predictions. This is one of our favorite things to do. We love talking E3 predictions. Unfortunately, a lot leaked this year, which took away from the predictions a little bit, but I still think we have a good list there. And of course, I will post a link in the chat again for you guys if you want to take part in the E3 predictions game. Just go to our Google form. There's over 100 predictions there for you to guess at. You can choose 10 with different points values, and whoever accumulates the most points after E3 is all said and done will get a prize. We're going to give prizes to the top 3.
Prize, I think everybody should join it. I think it's so fun when we do these games because then you guys get to play along, and in the chat everybody gets to be excited for the points that they get or don't get, and I don't know, it's just more fun that way.
For sure. All right, so I guess I'll go first. I have 10 predictions. Mike, I assume you have 10 predictions?
I just put them in the outline.
And Meepo, I assume you have 10 predictions because you took part in the Google form, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
so
right?
Well, of course, we have to set the stage, as we always do. So I'm going to set the stage.
Not for every single one, but yeah.
The setting. Square Enix's conference. It is the very end of the conference. Some really cool announcements have been made. But there's one more thing. Lights go down. A figure walks out onto the stage. It's too dark to make out who that figure is. But when the lights come on, there's a man standing in a janitor uniform. Just looks like normal janitorial staff. But those who know and look closely recognize that as Hiroyuki Ito, famed director of Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy IX, and also the one that took over for Matsuno on Final Fantasy XII when he left the project. The crowd goes wild because they all know what is about to happen. Hiroyuki Ito is going to come back to Final Fantasy. But which one will he make? He rips off the janitorial uniform, which is kind of an inside joke for anybody that knows Final Fantasy, because people thought he was a janitor for the longest time now, because what the hell has he been doing at Square Enix? He rips off the janitorial uniform, and there it is. A t-shirt with the Final Fantasy 16 logo on it. That's all you're going to get. That's it. They're just going to announce that Final Fantasy 16 is in development, and that Hiroyuki Ito is back. The guy who made 2 of my favorite Final Fantasies of all time. He made Final Fantasy 9, my second favorite, and Final Fantasy 6, my third favorite. This guy's going to come back, and he's going to make 16. It's going to go back to its roots. I'm going to say that right now. I think it's going to be implied that it's going back to the roots. It's going to be like Final Fantasy 9 again. High fantasy, swords, dragons, soldiers, mages, summoners. It's going to go back to being the root of Final Fantasy. There you go. That's my first prediction. So just to make it like more simple though, as far as what was on the outline, that prediction was Final Fantasy 16 will be announced at Square Enix's conference. Not that Hiroyuki Ito and all that's going to happen. More simply, I just think Final Fantasy 16 is going to be announced at Square Enix's conference. That was worth 4 points, because in all honesty, that's probably pretty unlikely.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Square
Enix would be the one to do it though, because those guys, they just never learn their lesson. They always announce their projects way too far ahead of time. Nothing's going to ever stop them from doing that, I don't think. Mike, go ahead. You're up next.
All right. So I'm going to start it off pretty calm, because in this one, these are not the type of people that normally turn their lights off or on, besides when they're
doing it wrong.
Together.
They're
not doing it wrong. They just know how to set expectations and temper everybody's feelings.
Well, I'm turning them off. But lights go down.
All right. Well, the lights are down, and then they turn them on, and about 20 minutes after they turn them on, they go into this trailer. And you just see our man standing right in the center. Sorry, listen, you want it, I'm going to give it to you, but not for this. I'm predicting we're going to be getting a new Splinter Cell coming on multiple platforms in 2018. I'm going to quantify that by saying that you're going to see it not only at Ubisoft's conference, but also at Microsoft's conference. You're going to see the initial tease for it at Microsoft's conference, and then you're going to see much more in-depth at Ubisoft.
There you go. Just real quick to people in the chat, if you're trying to guess the Hangman and the Hangman has quotes in it, that means you have to put quotes as well. Like, you have died of dysentery is the correct answer, but you have to put quotes around it because that is a quote from the game. Don't forget. All right, I would agree with you. I think Splinter Cell is something that's happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
The question is when it's coming. I think that would be pretty crazy if it's coming out this year, but you know, crazier things have happened.
They have.
I like it. Meepo, your first prediction.
I don't know how to like set the stage for it.
Do it, man. Just set the stage. Set it. Set it up.
So
sell this for us.
So I don't know what conference it's going to be at, but it's going to be at a conference. Okay. It's gonna be dark. All right, it's gonna be really dark.
The lights are down. Lights go down.
There's gonna be one thing that pops up on the middle of the screen. Okay, and it's gonna be the Rockstar logo.
Oh boy!
And everyone is gonna go nuts, right? And then it's going to lead off with a brand new trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2. Everyone's gonna be losing their stuff, and then they're going to announce the online component to the game, which has not been really talked about. And part of that online component is going to be a Battle Royale mode.
Boom. It could happen, man. It really could. I could see it. I think Red Dead Redemption would be great for Battle Royale.
I don't know I don't know how they would handle the drop. Maybe it's a train that runs through and people jump off a train or something. I don't know. But I think that's a big game. Grand Theft Auto Online is so successful that it kind of makes sense. It's probably easy money.
Right.
Yeah.
I need to defend myself in the chat real quick here. People are complaining about Hangman. The period is not a part of the guessing of Hangman because it's automatically filled in. Periods exclamation points, quotations, hyphens, which represent spaces. Those are all auto-filled in for you guys. But when you do a full phrase guess, you have to include the full phrase. You don't have to guess the period, but you do have to include the full phrase if you're guessing the full phrase.
Including the quotes.
Including the quotes, including the periods, exclamation points, commas, anything has to be in there if you're guessing the full phrase. Sorry. So that's a good prediction. I like that one, Miko.
I like it. I actually will go a step further because I didn't predict this, but I'll bet you anything you're going to see it at PlayStation's conference.
Yeah.
Because I think it was supposed to happen last year.
I think the marketing is there.
Going to be,
the marketing is there for sure. Yeah. All right, next up. Let's see which one I'm going to choose here. Let me stick with Square Enix conference since we already started there. All right. So lights go down, as they always do. We get a new trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's still going to be very early in the game. It's going to be probably the second bombing that happens in the game for that sector, at that reactor. But the reason it's that part that they choose to demonstrate in the game is because that part has Tifa. And I think, based on everything I've seen, even though I would like to see Aerith, depending on which one you go with, more people are excited to see Tifa than Aerith. So they're going to show off her combats, but most importantly, they're going to show off her character design. And I'm very excited to see the polarization based on what she looks like, because there's no way you're going to please everybody. Some people want the huge boobs that are completely unrealistic. Some people want her to no longer be in a skirt, you know, and be more realistic as, you know, a fighter. If for combat, it's all over the place. But what I expect is her to look very, very similar to how she looked in the Advent Children concept art. Not the Advent Children character design with that costume, but the concept art that came out before that, CGI, that showed her with a smaller bust size, but still, you know, still busty, but not like an enormous, unrealistic bust size, something that fits the character and fits realism. And she just looked badass. She looked great. I think that if they go for that route, it's going to be awesome. But the kicker, and this is the main crux of the prediction, is that trailer is going to end with it saying that the bombing mission demo is going to be included with Kingdom Hearts 3 at the end of this year when that releases. Kingdom Hearts 3 will, of course, get a demonstration earlier in the conference, and then at the end, the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo being announced as being included with Kingdom Hearts 3. That is worth another 4 points there.
I like that. You know you skipped one, right?
I'm not doing them in order. I'm just kind of choosing the ones I think deserve theatrics first.
I'm just going in order so I don't forget mine. No, I like that one. I like that a lot. I think it's a little ballsy to say that it's going to be released. I think we have to word that. I'm going to help you. That it's not going to be included with Kingdom Hearts 3. I think it's going to release around the same time as Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm going to say that my prediction is that it will release with some edition of Kingdom Hearts 3. Maybe not the regular edition, but some edition of Kingdom Hearts 3 will include
the Final Fantasy 12 remake type thing for Final Fantasy 15.
Right, or they've done this multiple times. They included Final Fantasy 12 demo with Dragon Quest 8. They included the Final Fantasy 13 demo with the release of Final Fantasy 7 Advent Children complete on Blu-ray. They do this a lot, where they include demos for future things with a previous product.
Anymore in the state that we're at, I just don't. I wonder what game is going to come out that they don't need to do this for anymore. So I was trying to help you, but if you want to go that route,
no, that's my prediction, man. That's why it's worth 4 points. It's kind of a ballsy one.
Okay. All right. Well, good for you. I like that one.
Thank you. I don't mess around when it comes to E3 predictions.
I don't either. But that's also why I'm playing a semi-safe but surprisingly high-scoring guess here. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of showmanship. These guys decided to go away from showmanship and just give us a straightforward video where they just come out on screen with a person talking that seems overly excited, that has no reason to be, and shows us a little video clip. But you're going to see the first gameplay for Metroid Prime 4 during the Nintendo Direct that they will have on Tuesday. Everything will look wonderful. It will not be called Metroid Prime 4. It will be called Metroid...
What? It won't be called Metroid Prime 4?
I think it's going to be a separate title. This is just my personal thing. I don't think it's going to be called Metroid Prime 4. I think they're going to have a separate title for it. or if it's
Okay.
Metroid Prime 4, it's going to have a subtitle at the very least. But I don't think Metroid Prime 4 is what they're going to stick with as its whole thing. But regardless, it's going to look beautiful. It's going to be everything that everybody wanted it to be. Unfortunately, they will have some motion controls that are also optional to turn off if we don't want to use them. However, the most exciting thing is that it will come out this year for holiday, I would say in the first half of November.
It'll come out this year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. You want Dean to give me that $5, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We have a bet with Dean, one of our previous members of the show, and I made a bet to him that either honestly, I'm kind of right already because Pokemon is coming out this year, and I never said it was going to be Pokemon 2019. I just said Pokemon's coming out this year.
Dude, that's going to be a fight. Make sure that when you bring that up to him, it's in the treehouse. And
that's okay. It's okay. I mean, I get it. He was thinking 2019. I was thinking the remake was possible because there was already rumors of the remake. So that's kind of what I was talking about, but it wasn't really discussed. So I'm okay with that. But it was either Smash Bros, Metroid Prime 4, and Pokemon, and 2 of those need to come out this year for I think me to win the bet, which is just $5. Dean has to come on the show and hand me $5, which probably won't happen, but still. I hope you're right then, Mike, because that I think would prove me right, because Smash Bros has got to come this year.
I'll tell you right now.
You think so, Meepo?
Yeah, I think Smash Bros is like way overdue already. Even if they just re-release like whatever Wii U version, I think that it comes to Switch this year.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm holding up on is that they're going to need a early, like a end of Q1, beginning of Q2, big heavy hitter. So that's the only thing that might hold me up, and I think it might get released then. But I'm still sticking with my guns. 2018.
Okay, very cool. Meepo, you're up with your next prediction.
All right. So my next one I think is going to be taking place at the Microsoft conference.
Are lights on or off?
This on. It starts on because it's yeah. Lights are on. So the lights are on. We're gonna have Phil Spencer coming out on stage, and he is going to have similar to what Drew was saying earlier. Okay, but he's gonna be wearing a really cool leather jacket. Okay, it's gonna be really awesome.
Oh man.
And on the shoulder of said jacket, there's gonna be a lion. Okay, and this is a logo. And he's going to talk, and he's going to, kind of start raising the hype a little bit about the legacy of Xbox.
I know where this is going.
Xbox has some of the best RPGs that have ever existed,
even
though it's not known for it. And he's going to unzip his shirt, and there's going to be a Fable logo on the shirt.
Yeah, man.
And so I don't know if they'll announce that it's going to be like headed up by like some new studio with the lion head name, and that's going to be what's going to happen.
Oh boy, you know what I like, Meepo? You're getting into this now. I feel it. You're building the hype. You're setting the stage. You're becoming a part of this now. I like it.
So much hype.
I think Fable would be a really cool announcement. I think it might be a little too early. I think there's definitely a chance for it. I think it might be a little too early for them to announce it, but it would be like a show stealer moment maybe for them. That would be great. So I hope it happens. I really do. I know Mike hopes it happens. That's for sure. All right, next up, let's stick with Xbox actually. Since you were just there, Meepo, I'm gonna go over to Xbox too. I'm gonna join the crowd. Of course, lights go down. Phil Spencer comes out on stage, and the lights come up, of course, and he says, "I told you guys that we're still invested in Japanese developers. I promised that we were working to get Japanese developers on board and that we were working to get them here at E3. And we have 2 developers that we want to bring out." Lights go down. A figure walks out on stage. Lights go up. Sorry. I'm just going to keep pausing because I'm trying to remember what I was thinking about here as far as how they're going to present this. I actually forget. Oh, you know what it is? Lights don't go off or on. Lights stay on with Phil Spencer. Lights stay on with Phil Spencer because we need Phil Spencer here for this. It's got to be Phil Spencer.
He likes it in the
He doesn't want to trip over himself. So
we stay with Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer has the lights still on him. Lights don't go off anymore. Phil Spencer, lights on him. And he just says we got a Japanese developer that we want to present. The trailer starts, and it's kind of like an old, like medieval looking landscape, kind of very lush, very green. Suddenly a dragon swoops in. Then you see the character that people that were very disappointed a few years ago will remember. It's Scalebound. Scalebound has been rebooted in a sense. They're still trying to make it work, but Hideki Kamiya comes out on stage after that. The original developer that was supposed to be working on Scalebound. He gives it his blessing, but he doesn't say he's developing it. He just gives it his blessing. Gives Microsoft his blessing.
What was the freaking food that you just ate?
So Kamiya is not developing it. Platinum is not developing it. A Microsoft first-party studio is developing it, finishing it. The reason Kamiya is not working on it, we'll talk about later. But Kamiya is a little occupied with other things right now that won't allow him to work on Scalebound anymore. I had another one too. I'm trying to think of the second developer that I thought might come out on stage. The prediction is really simple, actually. It's that 2 Japanese developers will come out on stage. I'm just trying to elaborate on it. So two Japanese developers will come out on stage during Microsoft's conference and be on stage to present something. So that's the one. I'll come back. I think I had another one in mind too. But that's my prediction there, and that's worth 3 points.
There's some overlap on some of ours already, so I'm just gonna go out of my way and say that that's one of mine as well. So I'm gonna bump that up so I don't waste time.
Go into the chat real quick. Yes, Scalebound was canceled. That's why this will be a surprise.
So I'm just gonna go with that one. So I'm gonna predict that Microsoft will bring at least 2 Japanese developers onto the stage to show their game. That's my third prediction.
I remember. I remembered. Hold on. I remembered. I remember the other developer that's going to come out. It's going to be From Software. But it's not going to be Miyazaki. Because Miyazaki's working on something else. But From Software comes out and announces that Shadows Die Twice.
You know, remember when we first started doing this, and I was really excited for this because, I'm talking about the Level Up show because it was nice to be able to talk with somebody that seemed to know the industry really well. I do not have any of that feeling right now with that prediction.
Shadows Die Twice, I think 100% for sure is going to be multi-platform. There's no way that's going to be exclusive. And I think if Microsoft is smart, and honestly if From Software is smart, they're going to push it on Xbox instead. They've got Bloodborne on PlayStation. They don't need to push something similar to Bloodborne on PlayStation. And even if Shadows Die Twice is a departure, it's still going to be, I bet you, a Souls-esque game. So they're not going to cannibalize themselves on PlayStation in that way. They're going to push it on Microsoft, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's marketing on Microsoft for Shadows Die Twice. It'll be multi-platform, don't get me wrong. But I think it'll be marketing Shadows Die Twice on Xbox, but not developed by Miyazaki, who is the Bloodborne guy.
Xbox One X push, only on Xbox native 4K or something like that.
Right. Yeah, maybe even just that. Right.
Best on Xbox One X or something like that. I'm definitely on the boat 2 Japanese developers on stage to show their games. I think one of them is going to be a typical JRPG. And I think another one might be something in the form of a Yakuza style game. But I do not expect to see anything scale-bound or anything like that on the stage at all. Sorry, I know that's boring prediction, but I'm just...
Honestly, I was trying really hard to think of 2 Japanese developers that would appear on Microsoft's stage.
I don't know about scale-bound, but I think that prediction as a whole with the Japanese developers sounds like that could be a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
I think scale-bound...
It would be pretty cool if Scalebound did come back, though. I think that would be a total fan service moment. Even if Scalebound turned out to still be not great, that moment would be a fan service moment to be like, it's back, we're finishing it.
This might not just okay. Japanese developer Capcom Lost Planet 4 or whatever one it's
done. Yeah,
I think that's more likely.
Mm-hmm. There you go. That could work. Or even Resident Evil 8, honestly.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've got to be working on it.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, the talk is also that Capcom before they were hurting was looking at PlayStation or Sony to buy them out, or at least go second party with them. So I don't know how likely that will be, but I know they're doing pretty well with their resurgence. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, anyway, 2 Japanese developers. It seems like you guys agree for the most part. Were those in both of your guys' predictions? The 2 Japanese developers on stage?
I did not have that one.
Mike did, though.
I did, so I'm using that as my third guess. So
okay. So Meepo, you're up next then.
All right, my next one is going to start off with a cool little Sony logo on the board. Lights will definitely be dim.
Dim, not all. Just dim. Just
that
dim.
was really creepy. Did you guys get Dean vibes from the way he just did that?
Yeah, you're right. I did.
Oh my God.
I did. I totally did.
So bizarre.
So on the big screen, it's gonna say Sony, and you're gonna see it melt away in a very black and venomous nature.
I like it.
Yes.
So what's gonna happen then? And it's gonna be a little campy. Okay, I'll say that right now, but it'll be effective. It's going to start off with, again, I'm going to go with new trailer. I'm going to or something. Well, wait, when does Venom actually release? Not before E3. Okay.
No.
So it's going to be a Venom trailer, and it's going to have a moment in it where it transitions into the new Spider-Man game. They're going to do that transition from live action to the game. And you're going to see that'll be the reveal that Venom is going to be in the new Spider-Man game. Obviously, big Sony properties for both of them.
Yep.
The big game coming out on their platform. It's all going to come together, and yeah, he's going to be in there, and that's.
I like it, man. I like it. I 100% agree that Spider-Man is going to reveal a big character, and I think that their E3 presentation is going to be a big boss battle in total. But it'd be really cool if they found a way to incorporate Venom into that. I still think there's a chance Venom. They're trying to hide it. They're trying to push people away from thinking it's a thing. But I think there's still a chance Venom is in this thing, for sure. Especially as you said with the movie. That's a good prediction. I like that one a lot.
I have something else similar, but I'm not going to go into mine.
Okay.
But I like your twist is completely different than mine. I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay, let's see. Moving on here. All right, so let's talk about the reason that Hideki Kamiya is not working on Scalebound. Because that's a thing.
Oh, you are just stuck on that game, Drew.
All right, dude. Jesus.
PlayStation conference. Lights go down. Capcom logo appears on. We hear the iconic voice, the snark of Dante from Devil May Cry. Cut into balls-to-the-wall crazy-ass action. Full gameplay. No CGI. No messing around. They just go right into it. Just awesome gameplay. Dante looking badass. Just slaying demons left and right. And then that's all they got to show, man. That's it. Just some gameplay, snippets, Devil May Cry 5, timed exclusive to PlayStation 4. But they're not going to announce it that way. They're not going to say timed exclusive. It's going to be exclusive. That's the way they'll reveal it.
Okay, you're saying it's something. They're not going to announce it that way, but they.
Yeah. I just mean they would never say it's timed exclusive. There's no reason to say timed exclusive. They're just going to say exclusive. Console. They're going to say console exclusive, first on PlayStation, something like that.
First on PlayStation or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I do think it will ultimately be multi-platform, but I do think it'll be play first on PlayStation.
I think that's almost guaranteed. I tried to actually stay away from as many obvious ones as I could. I know, how many points was that for you? I didn't look.
Devil May Cry 5 was
4, really? I guess because you put console exclusive time.
Yeah, the console exclusive is what pushes it higher.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think that could have been a 2-pointer. Because
I think it was just Devil May Cry 5. Yes, 2 points. But it being console exclusive, I think pushes it up higher in points.
I think Devil May Cry 5 is a 1 point. And I think adding the console exclusivity, I think, is a 2 point, maybe 3. I don't know. I think it's almost definitely gonna happen. I'm not complaining about it. The points are points. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's. I try. I would be comfortable making that guess too.
But obviously Kamiya is directing it because he's not working on Scalebound. So
right.
Obviously. All right, Mike, you're up next.
All right, so I'm gonna skip down to this one. We're at the Sony conference. The very beginning of the Sony conference, and we just hear a lot of chatter. Something that sounds like a commander talking to the rest of his team, and something that you would normally think you would hear at not only a Microsoft conference, but maybe even an Activision one, where you're hearing Call of Duty. But then you realize that there's many, many players in the room, and it opens up, and you see one single player playing in the left side of the screen, and you're trying to figure out what's going on. It looks very Call of Duty, but it also looks maybe like Fortnite and PUBG. and he's running through, and then all of a sudden you see the second one pop in, and the third, and then the fourth, and then the fifth, and you see that they're playing 5-person Call of Duty. But what is this, you might say? This is Call of Duty Blackout. And they will then go in and show overview of gaming, the whole entire thing. You'll see the oil rig. You'll see whatever that snowy region from Black Ops one was. You'll see all the things that you loved all together. They'll show every different little locale and a nice little snippet, and then they'll go into detail about how great Blackout's going to be, how it's going to be 140 players total. How they'll show the helicopters and all the vehicles that you can ride around in. And then at the end, they're going to sum it up all by saying, and exclusive beta access 2 weeks before everybody else, only on PlayStation, coming this year. I would say probably in August, but that's just, a guess.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm excited to see Blackout, and I think it's going to happen for sure. I'm with you there.
That.
Not one of my predictions, but I think it's definitely going to be there for sure.
Good. I don't want it to be your prediction. I want it to be my prediction.
You got it, man. You got it. Your prediction.
Thanks.
All right. Meepo, you're up. Next prediction.
All right. So this next one, also Xbox conference. I think this one is pretty much guaranteed because there's been leaks now already, but they're gonna bust it out. I think the way they'll introduce it is they're gonna do a little they'll have a cosplay of some sort, similar to the original reveal when the man himself, Cliff Bleszinski, came out on stage with a big Gears of War chainsaw.
Oh boy!
And I think that's what they're gonna do, and they're gonna announce a new Gears of War title at the Xbox conference. And I don't think it's going to be Gears. Well. It could be Gears like 5 or whatever, but I think it's going to actually be a spin-off title focusing on a different character, and it's going to take place at the same time as Gears of War 4.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think they have to continue on that story. I didn't really play it. I know that some people liked it. Dean himself said he liked it. I don't really care enough. I didn't love the first 3 games, but for some reason I still played through all 3 of them. I don't know why, it just never clicked with me. But from what I understand, they have to at least finish this game's story up with one more.
I'd be a little surprised at it being a spin-off, in all honesty, just because of Gears of War. What was the spin-off one after 3?
Judgment or something?
Judgment. Yeah. That did so poorly for them. It happened with Ascension too, God of War Ascension. They've got these games that are 1, 2, 3, and then they do a spin-off one, and people just automatically think it's lesser. Like it's not as important because it doesn't have that mainline number on it.
That's true.
And that's why that would surprise me a little bit, them going Gears of War, not 5.
I'm kind of thinking which this is the same vein as what you're saying, but I'm kind of thinking almost like Halo Reach or like Halo ODST, how they were, they still were a part of kind of the mainline story stuff, but they were different. I think that it'll be something like that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I like that. I like that ascension.
Yeah, as you said, it's kind of almost confirmed at this point, right? That Gears is happening.
Yeah, I saw
a lot of rumors,
stuff, but
a lot of leaks.
Looks
and stuff.
like that's a thing.
Okay, all right. Let's see. I'm gonna head over to PlayStation now. The one I'm looking forward to either first or second most. Square Enix is also really high for me. But during the PlayStation conference, we already know Ghost of Tsushima is going to be a big player in that, and we're gonna get a gameplay demo. But one thing, there's a question I think a lot of people have about Ghost of Tsushima. They've been talking a lot about how it's grounded and it's almost historical, and they're going to say that at the beginning of it too. You're going to get Nate Fox on stage, and he's going to be real dramatic the way he always is, like with long pauses, and how they're focusing so heavy on historical, areas and making it, accurate to that, and then the gameplay demonstration will start. And it's going to look that way. You're going to be riding on your horse. You're going to look like a classic samurai, mixed with a ninja kind of, because we've already seen that kind of. He has some ninja qualities to him, some Tenchu qualities, where you're hiding in the darkness. That's maybe why they call it Ghost of Tsushima. But there might be another reason they call it Ghost of Tsushima, and that becomes apparent as it gets to a point in the demo where he's attacking, let's say like a sort of like a bandit fort sort of like that. You know, we've seen that many times in other games. So it's an open world. He comes upon this. It's nighttime, and he's stalking. But then the gameplay mechanic comes into play, showing that he can become a literal ghost in a sense, kind of like the smoke mechanic from Infamous Second Son, where you can kind of move quickly, become smoke or a mist or something, and move around. And that's when it becomes clear that Sucker Punch is not ditching what they are so great at, the fantasy, the mystical, the magical, the superpowers. That's what people like about Sucker Punch. I think people are disappointed, potentially, that they won't go that route again. So I think you're going to get a very historically accurate game and very grounded game, but it's going to have those touches of the fantastical in there, and that's going to be revealed during the Ghost of Tsushima demonstration. That is worth 3 points.
I think that's 3 points thrown out.
You think it's going to be grounded?
I think it's going to be grounded. I don't know. There's nothing about it yet that said to me that I mean, if you're right, awesome. But I don't think it's going to be. I think you're going to be slightly disappointed.
Yeah,
I'm confused as to why.
This is more of a desire. I'm actually more hopeful that this is going to happen.
Right. I've done that too with some of mine.
Yeah, because I really don't want it to be grounded. I just feel like that's a disservice to what Sucker Punch does best.
Yeah, I think it would just be Meepo, quit playing with their toys. It's very unprofessional.
It fell over.
That's what Jody Howe just said to you. I thought that was funny.
It fell over, and then I was looking at the rabbit.
No, listen, I would be doing the same thing. No, I don't know. I'm disappointed. I think that they do very well with that. Infamous, one of the best. But I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, maybe.
Mike,
you're up next.
I am. All right. It's Sunday night. Square Enix decides to do a show. Wait, no.
No, that's Monday. Monday, 1 o'clock.
Got it. Square Enix.
It's over. It's ruined. You fail. Moving on. Meepo, you're up.
They want to do on Monday.
All right.
Monday is here. Lights are off. Very beginning of the show. Nothing has happened yet. And you just hear a lot of weird banging and gunshots, and you don't really understand what's going on. And then you just see glimmers, and suddenly you see Captain America, and he's standing there, third person. It's not too far.
It's glorious.
It's glorious. And he's running through, and all of a sudden, he's getting overwhelmed. He's trying to take everybody by himself. He is Captain America, as he will, throwing his shield at everybody. He can't do it by himself. And suddenly, out of nowhere, Falcon flies in and shoots a couple guys with some missiles, kind of stuns them a little bit. Falcon gets shot down out of the sky. Cat comes in, and she just, taking him down as much as she can. Then the Hulk comes in, bashes through, and all four of them now team up to play together all at the same time. This is the new Avengers game that they've been working on, and it's going to be played similar to how Ultimate Alliance was.
Yeah, man. I'm with you there. I also have that same prediction. Not exactly the way you said it, but yeah, I'm with you there.
I think there's going to be a lot of upgrading to the stats. I think you're going to be able to upgrade people's suits and, maybe get different power unlocks, and, you'll maybe unlock different team up attacks and everything like that. But I think it's going to be pretty freaking sick.
Yeah. 3 points for that one for both me and Mike, if that comes true. So I will, Meepo, you're up next, and I'll skip the next one since Mike and I had the same prediction there.
All right. So this is one I think that I changed from the original time that I sent my thing in, but Ubisoft conference. They're going to have, I think this is going to be what they're going to lead with, and I think it's going to be the main focus of the entire conference for them, because it's been a big moneymaker for them, even though it wasn't necessarily received all that well. But they're gonna come out. I think that maybe something as simple as wearing a beanie on their head. And they're gonna show off some Division 2 stuff. They're gonna go into some things with the systems in the game. They're gonna talk a lot about the revamped way that the Dark Zone works. They're gonna talk about the Rogue or Renegade system, whatever it was called in the first one. And they're going to announce that there's going to be more like raid and dungeon content in it than there was like the first time around. And I think that they'll make a big point to talk about enemy diversity. I think that's going to be a big thing that they'll talk about.
I like it all.
I think Division 2 is going to be the primary focus of Ubisoft's conference for sure.
I'm gonna skip my next one. I'm gonna add on to that just so we don't have to waste too much time. Meep, I'm gonna add a little bit of flair. Do you mind? Is that okay with you?
Oh, have at it.
You're gonna hear a lot of whistling. Sounds like cold wind blowing in, and you're just going to hear the HUD go in. Agent now entering the dark zone, and you just hear all the crazy sounds. So that's the way they're going to start out, and everybody's going to cheer, everybody's going to roar up, and then he's going to look into his inventory. His inventory is going to be laid out completely differently, have that same 3D effect, but everything's going to be a lot more organized in a much more usable way, and the custom layouts of everything, all your, this type of setup for, Dark Zone and this type of setup for the raid, you're going to have that right there, right handy. It's going to be a quick launch. They're also going to show that's connectivity to the new mobile app that they're going to roll out for it. And on top of all of that, I'm changing your thing up a little bit. I'm putting in that it's going to be released in 2019.
It already is that way, isn't it? That's the prediction.
You put 2018. Look at it again, buddy.
You put 2019 on your thing.
Yes, and look at the thing in the.
Then the points have to be different then.
Nope, I'm going to take it.
That's not the way it works.
I think it's going to be 2018 for sure.
Hold on, Drew, you were the one that said you think it's going to be 2018. I argued with you saying it's going to be 2019. You said no, it's going to be 2018, and I'm pretty sure on that. So you're saying that you want me to get more points?
I'm saying that the points are should be lower. Honestly, I think.
If you think that it's going to be released in 2018, why would I get points?
Because I think it's ballsier to say it's coming out this year than it's coming out next year.
What? You said yourself that you think it's going to come out this year.
Yeah, I do, but I think it's ballsier to say that. Would you agree, Meepo? I think it's ballsier to say it's coming out this year than it's coming out next year.
I think that timeline-wise, I think that it's likely that it come out 2019. However, I think that Ubisoft has a pretty empty-looking slate for this holiday with all these other shooters and battle royales coming out. That actually could be in the Division as well, but anyways. But I think that they need something this fall, and I think they're going to try and make it come out this fall.
That was my reasoning as well when I talked to Mike. Mike thinks Splinter Cell's this year. But my thought process was that Splinter Cell hasn't even been revealed yet. They already revealed Division 2. I feel like there's got to be a reason they did that. They put out the logo. They announced it. Why would they put Division 2 behind of Splinter Cell with Splinter Cell not even announced yet? That was my thought.
I think Splinter Cell gets an April release next year.
Yeah, I think Splinter Cell's next year.
Funny thing is that I think Division gets the March release next year, similar to how Division 1 came out.
Yeah, so we're like exact reverse on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could go either way. I'll just leave it 3 points for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm saying it could go either way, so I'll just leave it 3 points for you.
All right, whoever's wrong has to eat a Moki durian wafer, Marmite anchovy sandwich.
Yeah. In all honesty, those probably both should have gone down to 2 points. Like, that's a given that Division is getting a big showing. Like, there's no doubt about that.
We knew that before we made this.
That probably should be 2 points.
Yo, you saw Greg Miller's thing, right? His,
about what?
For Division 2? The thing he got from Ubisoft? Oh, dude, it's pretty awesome. I'll have to send you the link. But everybody should look up. Greg Miller got his press invite for Division 2. And it was like a dossier. And when he opened the binder that had the logo for the Division, it had his character's info, like graphic sheet and stats and everything.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. I'll have to find it real quick. I'll put it in the chat.
Let's see. So that's 3 points there. Well, thank you so much to Rolling Chop for the follow. Keep them coming, guys. We'll still have a lot of people in the room right now. Maybe some newbies. Appreciate you being here. Hit that heart button here at twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. We'll try and give you a shout out. And the prize wheel is active. We have one more wheel spin segment at the very end of the show before we wrap up here. So $5 or more means subs, resub, pledge on Patreon, cheer tip, host for 10 viewers or more, sub gifting, and Twitch Prime are all included in that. And then you have man for posting Discord in there. Everybody get in on our Discord as well to keep touch with us and the community even when we're not live. We got a few more predictions to go through here. I'm going to stick with the PlayStation conference. This is not going to be the show closer. Actually, I have something else I think will be the show closer. But there was a reason I said earlier that Miyazaki would not be doing Shadows Die Twice, which will be the multi-platform From Software game. I think that is because Bloodborne 2 is a thing. I don't think it's Shadows Die Twice. I think Bloodborne 2 is its own thing, and it's going to be announced at the PlayStation conference in a very bare bones way. Just similar to the original Bloodborne reveal. I think it's going to be a CGI trailer. You'll get the lights go down, From Software come up on screen, and you'll have a really cool gothic trailer for Bloodborne 2. And no release date, no nothing like that, just very simple. And that is worth 4 points.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I think it's a little out there. I wonder if From Software is big enough to be working on Shadows Die Twice and Bloodborne 2 at the same time, but
Yeah, I mean, they might have added people because
yeah,
of how
maybe.
well it
I hope so.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Going into this one, I don't know how they're. I'm imagining it's going to be at the Square Enix conference. I'm just going to go right into it. I think you're going to see the new trailer. I think you might even get the exact scene that Drew detailed for it earlier, plus the demo for it. But I think at the end of everything, Square is going to reveal that Final Fantasy VII Remake might be taking a little bit longer than expected, but to everybody's surprise and happiness, it will release as a single title.
Yeah, I mean, if they can get everything in there, I don't care how long it takes. I'm okay with one game release. I think if they do announce it, they're not going to really announce it. I think it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be annoying, where people are going to have to follow up in interviews afterwards. Like, what did you mean by this? Like when you said it was going to, they're going to like kind of hint at it, but not say it outright.
Yeah, it's going to be something where they're going to say along the lines of, and when it is ready, everybody will be able to play Final Fantasy VII from beginning to end the way it was meant to be.
Yeah, and then it's going to be like
something along those lines.
Questioning them afterwards, yeah.
Right. So, but that said, I'm like 50-50 on this, but I just want to have some fun and put a crazy one in there.
Yeah.
I think I talked about it before. I think you're going to get two parts to this game. You're going to get the part up until the end of Midgar, and then everything after that will be on PS5 and whatever the next console for Xbox.
Yeah, I still think I would be very surprised at that, but unless they really flesh out Midgar, but we'll see. They could.
They could.
Yeah, that was a 5-pointer. That's an ambitious one right there.
It is ambitious, and I love it.
Meepo, you're up.
All right, so this next one is a 3-pointer. And boy, if they reveal it this way, it'd be super cool. So this is going to be at the Xbox conference, okay? Some gentleman or lady, I suppose, is going to walk out with a big storybook, okay? And they're going to start reading you a little tale, and on the screen behind them, it's going to have the text, and it's going to be animated with the page turns when they get to the end of the pages. And as we start to progress through it, you're going to start to see the text starting to create some shapes as they're reading through it. So they'll talk about the clouds, and you'll see it turn into the clouds and so on. It's going to be very, very fancy. And at the very, very end, it's going to say something about, and then they made a deal with the devil. Again.
Yes.
And it's going to be Cuphead 2, and it's going to be revealed that is going to be coming out fall 2019.
Nice.
That's a very ambitious guess, because if they're going to announce Cuphead 2, that means it's going to come out in 2024.
Yeah, right.
Considering how long the first one took. The game did, I think, considering how the game did, Microsoft is hurting for exclusives.
Oh, they absolutely are.
So I think that they will throw money and resources at that game to make it happen.
I think
because the mechanics of the game.
Here's what I think. I'm going to go a little bit in the opposite direction. I think you're right. I think they do recognize that was a really strong exclusive for them. And for that reason, they want to get something out as quickly as possible. And they know how long Cuphead took. So they're going to do DLC instead and get people back with DLC.
That could be.
That way they don't have to develop a full game. Yeah. Well, there was both predictions. I think DLC was 2 points and Cuphead 2 was 3 points. So you went for the 3 points.
I'm gonna stick with Cuphead 2. I think that generates a little more hype, because I hear DLC and I go, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But if they said Cuphead 2, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll buy that.
Go said I rage quit uninstalled Cuphead. I almost did during the freaking not the devil himself, the guy that came before that with the freaking rolling of the dice.
The dice guy, yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
King Dice.
That is one of the biggest freakouts I've had ever on stream. That it's clipped. I've flipped the shit out at that guy.
Which do you think is better, yours or mine?
I don't know, man. I really flipped at that game on that one.
Yeah,
I was so pissed at that boss. All right, let's see. I'm going to stick with PlayStation. Still, once again, not the closer for the conference. This is a little bit of a smaller one. Dreams is confirmed to be there. Got that rage in there. Dreams is confirmed to be there. I think that we will get a specific release date for the game. I think it'll be in this year. I think it'll be 2018, but that's not part of the predictions. I think it'll be a specific date, and I do think they will announce a beta for it in the coming months, probably before the end of summer, actually.
Here's the thing, though. That type of game, what would you put in the beta?
The creation. I mean, that's what they got to do. They've got to test out the creation. They got to test out the delivery of those creations to the other users. Yeah, I mean, that's what I expect, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, your rage clip, as in the one during getting over it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better for sure. That's the best clip I think we've ever had. I thought you meant during Cuphead. That's my favorite clip I think we've ever had. The music and everything just fell into place.
The music is so amazing, but like I really did not have any expectation of you guys hearing any of that. That's why I went into the bedroom to do that.
Yeah, that was amazing, unbelievable. All right,
was that
Mike, you're
the
up.
other day?
Yeah. Oh, you missed that?
I didn't see that part.
Oh, I'll have to clip you that.
The rage clip that you might have heard on the stream, that was from when Mike screamed into a mattress in his bedroom.
Rage quit getting over it, and I walked away because I fell all the way from the top to the bottom of the map. And I just walked into the bedroom and screamed into the mattress, and they could hear it from the other room. It was so bad.
It's good.
All right.
That's how I found Drew, actually, is that game. Just so you know.
Really getting over it?
Wait, you found me during getting over it?
Yep, that was
Oh my God.
Wow, that's
the birth
crazy.
of a friendship. Meepo, oh no, sorry, Mike, you're up next, right?
I am. All right, so this is going to sound a little familiar, but it has a little twist. End of Microsoft's conference. They've shown a lot of third-party titles. We haven't seen anything for Crackdown 3 at all whatsoever yet. He comes out wearing something that looks like a very familiar hammer. You can't quite tell what it is, but it definitely has this very regal and almost godlike tone to it.
Oh, wow, okay.
Phil Spencer starts talking about the legacy of Xbox and how much the gamers have shaped what it's become. But even though they have changed over the years, they cannot forget the roots of which they were built upon. Much like a city that had a hero and lost their hero needs to be reminded that those that can protect everyone still exist. And then you hear that soft, quiet-spoken voice talking about Albion and how the world needs you once again. This, my friends, is Fable 4.
So you and Meepo both have that one.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man.
Dude, I would cry.
I hope it's there for you. I hope it's there for you. All right, let's get to the PlayStation closer for me. And this might be a surprise to a lot of people because it's not a PlayStation exclusive. But I think will be really surprising. But I think they're going to have their 4 showcases. You know, the ones that we already know about, those are the first parties. I think there will be one surprise first party. I'm not going to get into that. I do think there will be one surprise first party announcement. But what's going to close the show is, of course, Sean Layden coming out, doing his whole thing, probably wearing a shirt that means something that we don't know yet.
Wearing a shirt.
Not going to go into that either, what the shirt means yet. But he's going to do his one more thing moment. Lights go down. Rocksteady logo appears on screen. It's a shot of outer space, panning around slowly around the Earth until suddenly a red cape starts fluttering in the screen.
Nice.
Music swells, zooms down towards the Earth, and surprisingly, everybody thinks it's going to cut there, that it's just a little short teaser. No, it's gameplay, and you're going from space down to Earth and immediately going into flying. And they do a gameplay demonstration of amazing Superman combat against, I'm not sure what the enemy would be yet. I'm very curious to find out what they do, because this is going to happen. Yeah, it's going to be awesome Superman gameplay before it cuts to black. Superman Man of Tomorrow. With, of course, PlayStation exclusive DLC and all that good stuff.
I'm just picturing like the loading screens of Superman flying down from space into the atmosphere and then just hanging out for like 3 minutes as it loads.
No, man, it's gonna be No Man's Sky style. Like you're gonna be in space and you're gonna zoom right down. You're gonna see a little bit of popping, obviously, but it's gonna be really impressive. Like you're going from space down to Earth, and the amount of popping is gonna be very limited. It's gonna look pretty damn seamless, all things considered. That's my guess. Yeah, all right. That'll close the show. What do you think, Mike? Was that ridiculous, or?
No, that would be absolutely nuts. I don't know. I'm a little main game thing. I don't know.
You're cutting in and out. We can't really hear you right now.
All right, hold on one second. All right, is that better?
Yeah. You're good now.
All right.
How do you have challenge with the Superman game, though, says Scoozy? By weakening him, in all honesty. I think he'll be Superman animated series, Superman where explosions and all that can harm him. Not like godlike Superman that you've seen in some of the comics where he can, freaking throw planets.
Right.
Like, nah, nothing like that.
Thanos now?
He can, in the comics at some points, he was able to freaking move planets. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm still a little weirded out by how they're going to handle the Superman game in general. But yeah, that would be, if they show it off, that would definitely be the way to do it.
Here's the thing. Dirty Habanero, I'm like, obviously building things up higher than they need to be. It might not be that, but the crux of the prediction, to go simply, is that Rocksteady reveals their next game at E3 2018 to be a dedicated Superman game. I didn't even say it was during PlayStation's conference. I didn't say it was at the end of any show. I didn't say anything about it besides that they're going to reveal that their game is Superman. And that is worth 4 points. But I'd like to spice things up a little bit.
I think it'll be Smallville-esque. Young Superman learning his abilities.
That would be freaking cool, Superman. Man. That would be freaking cool.
Because then they can use their same combat stuff.
Yeah. Damn, I actually would really like that. I would like to see him grow up into Superman, as opposed to just starting off as Superman. That'd be really cool. I liked Smallville for a long time, and then it became a fucking train wreck. But
at the end of it, like if then you become like actual Superman throwing planets. You got that build up. You're like, oh, this is cool. I played this whole game. Now I can throw planets.
I agree with you there, man. I agree with you there for sure. All right, I got one more prediction, but I'm just gonna say it right now because it's like what's not gonna happen. I predict for 1 point, this is my only 1 point, is that there's no God of War DLC announcement whatsoever at PlayStation's conference.
Good. That's an easy guarantee. I like that.
Yeah.
I didn't put any 1-pointers on my thing, so I'm at risk for getting no points at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I wanted to get at least 1 point.
I have 2 more technically, but one was just connected to what Meebo said. My thing is at Sony conference during the Spider-Man scene, we're going to get that battle with a new boss that you see. You're going to see a little more gameplay, a little bit more open world, and then all of a sudden he's going to swing his way onto the SHIELD ship, where you see a close friend / enemy being held captive, and that's where he's going to have to partner up with his frenemy Venom to help save the day. And that is when they're going to reveal that the character in the statue underneath the SHIELD logo is Venom breaking out of a cage.
Be pretty cool, man.
I like that one.
That'd be pretty cool. I'm down for that.
Meepo, you have any more?
Yeah, I had 3 on here. I'll go through them real quick. Number 1 pointer. Avengers Project will be at the Square showcase. Like that's just going to be a thing.
Right.
Yeah, I would think so. It has to be.
Yeah, you and I have that both.
Yeah. The unannounced Star Wars game will be talked about in some way from EA. I think that like with all of the stuff that's gone on with EA over the past year, all the controversy and just everything, I think that they need to show that there's something with this game to keep it going, because like their Star Wars license is really not produced much,
right?
And I think that they need it. So it might not be big, but they'll be like, okay, so everyone's going to see it this way. Okay, they closed this studio, they shifted things, but here's the game. Okay, I guess it kind of looks cool, and I think we'll get a little tease for it. And then the last one is I think we're going to get a Halo 6 teaser at the Microsoft conference. Yes. And I think that that'll start with sort of like what they did with Halo 3, where it was that dun 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 dun, that kind of thing.
Yep.
We'll get a little jingle. We'll see the Master Chief doing something cool, like climbing out and whatever. And then I think that there will be a hint of something with an AI, aka Cortana, in some way, not being totally dead. And they're going to tease that.
I have to wonder if they'll honestly open the show with that.
If they do Halo, that's probably the time to do it.
Yeah, get everybody hyped right up and early.
I mean, it goes either way. I think both would work.
So
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, what was that? I think that was a pretty low. That was like 2 points or something like that, Mike?
Yeah, that one was a 2-pointer. Those last 2 were 2-pointers.
I want to add up our points real quick. Let's see. So I have
one more.
Go ahead, Mike.
So I have one more. So I've talked about this a little bit. I took the easy one for the guest, but I want to talk about this. Has been my dream that I've had now for like months. You're watching the Nintendo Direct, and finally it gets to the last part of the entire Direct is the talk about Super Smash Brothers. Now, Super Smash Brothers, we already know, is getting the Splatoon characters. You get into their cutesy little octopus world and, squid, bay or whatever it is, and they're shooting all these colorful, things everywhere, and it's cool, it's quirky, it's nice. But that there's just something else. But lo and behold, the game gets shown off, they're done, the Splatoon characters look great, and you get a release date. It's going to be this year. And then it goes to black. But you think it's over. It's not over, because you just start hearing something in the background, and then suddenly in comes the fade-in. The partnership with Bethesda was not done at Wolfenstein and Doom, my friends. No,
God.
They went a step further.
Oh my God! I just want to mute your mic right now.
The Dragonborn coming right in, and he's going to Fusroda, those cute little Splatoon characters, off the stage.
This is so unrealistic. I can't believe you actually put this as a prediction.
Listen, if this happens, A, Knack 2. I'm just putting that out there. But B, I did save myself. Now, this is the pipe.
This is the mind-blowing character, right? Just mind-blowing character prediction?
So I put the mind-blowing characters. Now, I could be like Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie, Conquer.
I'm thinking about it in the way of like Snake being in Smash Brothers for the Wii.
It needs to be something on that level, yeah.
I think that could absolutely happen. Can you imagine? That character is so well fit. He has an axe, he has a sword, he has a bow, he can Fusroda, he can call a dragon in for his ultimate. This character is made for it, and they made that partnership, and they're not going to let it go.
I think the only way this prediction comes true is if it's a character that is not a Nintendo character. It needs to be a third-party character, or maybe even an exclusive character from another console. Like if they were to work together with Microsoft to get Banjo-Kazooie back just for that one moment, or
so
Conquer.
It's not going to be a typical Nintendo character. This is going to be a crazy.
It needs to be a mind-blowing character.
You're more likely to see them partner with Blizzard and put Junkrat in there or something like that than you are to see.
Why, dude? They have that partnership.
Yeah, I think you're so not seeing that happen ever.
I don't know, dude. That's going to be absolutely amazing when it happens. I called it here and now.
This is your Knack 2, I guess.
But hey, Smash Brothers with Overwatch characters, sign me up. I'm just saying.
Right?
Yeah, man. I would be down for that. Overwatch and Smash, I think, would fit well together.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
So I had a total of 32 points possible for me.
I had 29.
29 possible for you, Meepo?
Sorry,
okay.
give me 1 second. 4, 8, 11, 13, 16, 19, 24, 28, 31, and 33.
33. So me and you are in very similar ballpark. Meepo a little bit lower, but we all went pretty ballsy, I feel like.
Yeah, I had a lot of 3-pointers in there.
Yeah, I had a lot of 3s and 4s. Yeah. I didn't do any 5s. Mike is the only one that did a 5 with the Final Fantasy VII Remake going.
I think I had a 5 with the Battle Royale mode for Red Dead.
Oh, you're right. That is a 5.
That was the 5.
That would be pretty nuts. I think the reason that's a 5 is because I honestly don't think Red Dead's going to be there at all. Because I still feel like Rockstar knows they can just do their own event. They don't need to be at E3. They'll just do their own thing.
If anything, I think they'll be at TGS.
Yeah, I feel like they're not going to do. They've shown their pattern now. They don't do E3. The last time they did E3 was Agent, dude. I feel like, and we all know what happened there.
Can you imagine if they show up just to show Agent off?
I almost put that as a prediction. Did I put that as a prediction? I think I might have.
You put it on the list, but you didn't put it as yours.
No, I meant it's on the list though, right? It's on the form.
On the list, yeah.
It's on the form. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. That's a 5. That's 100% a 5 right there. Well, that's good. We'll find out in a week or so who is correct. Guys, we have all of our reactions timed on our not on our Discord, on our Twitch profile. Just go into the events page if you want to see when we're going to be doing all of our reactions. And if you guys want to do what we did tonight and take part in the E3 predictions game, you can. Go to the Google form I just posted in the chat. There's over 100 predictions you can choose from, each with their own points of value based on how likely or unlikely we felt that prediction would be. And we will be giving away prizes to the top 3 points earners based on what comes true post E3. Do we have anything else? We have wheel spins, and I don't think we have any though. I think we're good. No, wait, good. Meepo gifted a sub to Raspberry Jacob. We got to spin for Raspberry Jacob. Oh yeah, I did do that. Santa came out tonight.
I think that's 53 now.
53.
Nice. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 53.
Oh shit, we just moved on to the credits music by accident. All right.
Hey, at least we're ending on time.
Yeah, a little late. A little late. It's E3 predictions night, man. We all knew that was going to happen.
Also, why is Cloud sitting in the Game of Thrones chair?
Oh, I forgot he was there. Evie put him there. Yeah, Evie put Cloud in the chair. I thought it was pretty awesome that she did that, actually.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
All right, this one is for Raspberry Jacob, 12. Welcome to the Plus One Posse. I want to call him Raspberry Jones for some reason. Raspberry Jones. Oh my God, Vegemite. Son of a bitch.
Is that actually what it is?
Yep, that means you do Marmite and I do Vegemite, right. Meepo.
I'll get my spoon ready.
All right, well, I need to see how much you do because I can't pansy out.
Oh, so, all right. I just want everyone in the Level Up show to know I'm doing this for you. So, okay.
Wait, what? You do like a full spoonful? Hold on a sec. Let me go to the right screen here, and I'll zoom in. You do a full spoon.
Oh my God.
Dude, you're ridiculous. You can have like too much salt intake. Okay, well, I'll do what I did one time, which was almost the death of me. I will just flat out squirt this into my mouth. All right.
I don't have any water left. Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
I've got barely any Gatorade left. I wish I had more. All right, Meepo, you did this to us, man.
Oh, yeah, this sucks. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, too much.
We can't wait to watch your reaction live.
Oh my God, dude. It's so salty. Yeah.
I don't know who I'm enjoying watching more, you or Meepo. Does banging your chest work?
Oh yeah. We're I had to start my heart back up after all that salt. That was awful.
My mouth is salivating. Oh no.
I'm not gonna lie, Drew. That was actually the most Marmite I've ever put in my mouth.
Really? That was the most Vegemite I ever put in my mouth.
Oh, it's coming back up.
I'm like salivating. I'm trying to like. Oh. Oh my God, dude.
All right,
we did it, man.
Well, everybody, this will be the last time you see me. They're not inviting me back.
No, in all honesty, it was an absolute pleasure having you on the show tonight, man.
Yeah, I need more of you on.
Yeah, we got to get you back on here.
This was really fun.
It was great to have you on. You held your own. You talked the stories. It felt good, man.
Yeah, it was good. I had a blast. Some might even say a blasty blast.
A blasty blast. Wow. That's even better than a blast. Yeah, well, we'll have to see if we can get you back on again in the near future. Maybe post E3, we can get you back on here. We're going to try and get people on here more often because I know what happened was when we first did this and started having streamers on the show, our community didn't know other streamers. And we were bringing on some guys that were great. We had Lucid Fox. We had Megna Gaming. We had a few others as well. We had Ninali on the show. We had but that was for a spotlight, so that was very short. But when we had the guys on for full episodes, even the guy from Hyper RPG, Zach, which is huge. We had Zach Eubank on the show. You know, our viewers didn't respond that well to it because they said, we don't know this person. Like, why should we care? We don't know this person. But now that our community is getting to know people like you, Meepo, people like Ninali and BoboChet and X1 Bros and anybody else that we raid often. Nine Fox. Anybody else that we raid often? Yeah, Derek's been on the show a lot in the form of asking us questions. But we can. I feel like we can get to that point now where we can have some of the streamers that our community knows and enjoys. We can have them on the show, and there's not going to be that complaint anymore because they know you. They know X1 Bros. If we have BoboChet on here, they know BoboChet. That's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and bring. Maybe like once a month, you know, maybe once every other month, we'll try and get somebody on here so you guys can experience different opinions than just the two of us, you know. But anyway, that is the show tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. There's a lot of fun, E3 predictions and all that. And then, of course, we'll be doing all the reactions we possibly can. The only one we might not do is EA and Nintendo. I will do my very best to do EA, and I think it probably will happen. Nintendo probably will not happen.
What time is Nintendo's at? Do you remember what time?
It's in the early afternoon, if I remember right.
All right.
Yeah. It's not something I would be able to do. Oh, getting that. How much did that cost you, Meepo? I'm actually curious. The Spider-Man mask. Oh my God, it's on so wrong right now. There you go. You got it. You got it. Meepo, I was asking, how much did that run you?
It was really cheap. I made it myself.
Oh, damn, man, that looks good.
Yeah, it was. I think I paid like, I don't know, like $35 or whatever for like the giant jumpsuit thing, and like I just cut it up and painted it.
That looks really freaking good. Good job, man. I'm impressed. I have to give that a shot myself. Thank you so much to all of the follows. Thank you so much to the huge stagger that happened tonight from Baz. That was a huge stagger. A lot of cheers came in. Tips as well. $5 tip from Hempman. That resulted in like 250 XP to the room. That was such a big stagger. So thank you to Baz for making that happen. We also had a lot of subs, a lot of sub gifts. Thank you, Meepo, for your couple of sub gifts that happened tonight. It's getting on the full Spidey now. So good. And of course, we got to thank our producers. Our producers are Meepo, who is here with us. We also have Kelly Jellyfish, Alex Bustos 97. We got Baz023S and Dirty Habanero. By producer, that means that they are $25 and above supporters, either here on Twitch with a tier 3 sub or on Patreon with a $25 pledge. Those guys make this show possible, as do all of you that sub, tip, cheer, or even watch. We appreciate all of you. But those who do support in a monetary way, know that your support is going towards the full-time streaming goal at the bottom of the screen. We're getting so close to 6,000. And honestly, when you add in the Twitch revenue that we'll be getting from May that we haven't gotten yet, we're actually way above 6,000. We're actually at about 6,500 now. So that'll be coming in very soon, which is crazy. And also Mike's stream was a huge moneymaker, man. That was great. A lot of stuff came in.
You guys were really awesome. So, and I want to shout out because I did it before. I know Alex Bustos, Hetman, and Dirty Habanero. You guys were all really generous, and I appreciate that. And a bunch of you guys stayed around as long as you could, Far Center and everybody. So it was tolling, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was. I stayed for the entire thing myself.
Yeah, almost. You did as well.
It was such a fun stream. I like that a lot.
I almost went back and streamed it again. On Thursday instead of doing Detroit. I decided not because I wanted to enjoy my life.
Yeah, I was almost the same way when I first played it. I felt an itch to play it again because I got really far, and it is a little bit rewarding sometimes. Actually, excuse me, I'm burping up Vegemite. Yeah, it can be rewarding, but I think the second time I played it, by the end of that, I was like, okay, yeah,
nope, I'm done.
I don't think I need to do this anymore. Twice was enough. But then I think I did it a third time because the guys voted for it. I shouldn't have even put it on the poll, but you guys voted for it. All right. Guys, we'll be on throughout the week with game talk shows and game streams. Tonight, I'll be doing Detroit Become Human, and I'll probably be doing that again on Wednesday as well. Mike, what are you playing tomorrow night?
I was debating doing Detroit, but if you're going to be doing it, I don't want to. So I can absolutely do I can do Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, or anything else. So we'll see what comes up.
We got to give a huge shout out to Meepo's channel, of course. Meepo is an amazing streamer, guys. One of the best you'll find on Twitch. Super generous, super energetic, super fun to watch, and super skilled too, especially at Fortnite from what I've watched. So you can get him at twitch.tv/Meepo. That's M3P0. Meepo, why don't you put that in the chat for us real quick so people can click on it easily. Everybody, please, you got to see him tonight as well. Give Meepo the follow. Turn on notifications. Make sure you get alerts whenever we go live. We got 60 people in the room. All 60 of you better get to his channel and hit that follow button right now. That way he comes back. If you don't do it, he might not come back. What was that, Meepo? I'm sorry, I missed you.
I said it's hard to type with these things on.
I can't type with these things on. Yeah. Oh, we got the flock coming in here. There you go. And Meepo, what are you streaming this week, man? Anything you want to shout out?
Well, I'm actually partnering with a really cool guy named Joe the Burly Gamer tomorrow.
Cool.
He recently was rated by Shroud, which was pretty cool. So we're doing some PUBG tomorrow, and then I do some Witcher 3, and then I'm probably doing Fortnite and Witcher 3 for the rest of the week.
Awesome. Yeah, I forgot you've been doing some Witcher 3. It's been awesome watching you play that.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's so good, and
I should get into it.
It's so good. It's a commitment, but it's a good game.
I technically am supposed to do a lip sync challenge.
Save it for next week because I have a good double up. I was actually really mad that I wasn't here for that reason because if we got lip sync, I had a good transition.
Hey,
So.
just so you know, I can lip sync really well in this costume.
Yeah, really? That'd be
Yeah,
pretty impressive,
yeah.
I think. Let's see if I'm just trying to see if I missed anything here. It looks like I'm good. All right, guys. We'll do the lip sync challenge next Sunday. I'll actually put it on the outline for next Sunday to make sure we get it done because I don't want you guys to miss out on that. Meepo, once again, man, it was a pleasure having you on tonight.
Hey, it was my pleasure being here. It was a lot of fun, and
All right,
I love what you guys do. You guys are an inspiration to myself and a lot of other channels, and I look forward to being around more.
Yeah, man. We'll make it happen for sure. Guys, hit that follow button if you haven't yet. Make sure you turn on notifications, get alerts whenever we go live. We're on every Sunday with a Game and Talk Show and throughout the week with variety game streams. And we hope to see you next time. We will be doing a raid post-show during the credits. So stay in the chat. Do not leave the chat. We will be doing a raid. And we will see you throughout the week with gaming talk shows and game streams. Until next time, take care. And as always, don't forget to level up.
Level up.
Thank you.